I did say Stretford Paddock. This is the last sausage roll of the dice for Champions League tonight, because Tottenham have got a few tough games coming up, and we'll see what happens. They've got, I think it's Chelsea, and I think they've got a North London with Arsenal. So let's do this to get the result tonight. Sunday wasn't convincing. I say that now. I'm more relieved that we're in the cup final after the farce of everything else. But let's get their heads up the Paddock. I'm going for, you know what, let's have a 3 or 4-0. We all need a smile tonight. Up the Paddock, up the Reds, and let's get some 3 points. Plenty of tickets going round, so I've heard.
Hello, it's me, Dave. Dave the London cabbie. I'm not working at the minute because I really am not very well. Well, we're in the cup final. The weekend's gone. And tonight we play the worst team in the league. Looking for a league win, which please God we get. You know, things really are depressing, but we can only look forward. I'm still 10 arg in, and I predict a scoreline of Manchester United 3, Sheffield United 1. Come on, United.
Just some reactions for the game tonight. I think it's going to be 3-0. What are you saying?
I think it's going to be 3-1 or 4-1.
Come on, United.
Hoyland, Hoyland, Hoyland.
Jay here for Stretford Paddock, and this is the Sheffield United watch along. Joining me, as always, I feel like I should say, is Mr. Ronaldo Brown. You alright?
Yeah.
What's up?
Do you know? Why did I take that off the table like that?
I mean, we're not sponsored by them. We're not sponsored by a competitor either. You snatched that away
like there was something
we had
suspicious.
Some sort of brand deal with one of their rivals. Like, oh, quick, get rid of that. No, it's. I mean, you can keep it on. I'm going to have my drink on the table, and we're not sponsored by them either. You're okay?
Yeah. I'm alright. I'm looking forward to tonight.
The team news is out, and we'll go through that in a minute. Also joining me, as always, is my good friend, Mr. Scott. How are we doing?
I'm alright, mate.
Yeah?
As excited as Ronnie is for this 6-pointer.
I feel like, lads, the energy in the room is deflated already. Are we already thinking that this is going to be a difficult evening?
To get through, to watch. Yes, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, every United game post Liverpool in the FA Cup has been a tough watch. There hasn't been one where it's been like, oh, that was nice. I was enjoyable.
I'm dying for a game like that.
I know.
Even when we were 3-0 up, we were doing the watch-along on Sunday. It wasn't the greatest game to watch, but we were 3-0 up.
It felt comfortable at least. We felt a bit relaxed. Do you know what I mean? It felt like we were relaxed at that point on the watch-along, and then
it all went.
It's so weird because it's almost like you were surprised but not at the same time.
I'm not surprised after the fact.
Do you know what I mean? Because I predicted that it would be 3-1. So when it was 3-0 up and they scored, I was like, my prediction looks about right. There's still only just 20 minutes left only. And then we just basically capitulated, which makes me concerned about tonight because Sheffield United are one of the worst teams that have been in the Premier League for a long time.
Yeah.
Statistically,
I think they're up there with, or down there,
but with
the historically worst teams of all time.
But we made hard work of a Coventry side that are in a division below, not exactly firing all cylinders either. So you can't overlook Sheffield United either.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And with the form that we have been in, I expect us to get the victory today. But I don't think it's going to be plain sailing.
Sheffield United be encouraged as well by what they saw on Sunday. If you're the manager of Sheffield United, say, well, if Coventry, 8th in the Championship, can do that, then you can go to Old Trafford, then you know you're going to get shots.
Exactly. Just to give some context, the lowest point totals in Premier League history: Derby the lowest with 11, Sunderland second with 15, Huddersfield third with 16, Villa in 15-16 season with 17, and then joint fifth are Sunderland and Portsmouth with 19 points. At the moment, Sheffield United, having played 33 games, are on 16 points. So, I mean, they could, win the next 5 games and be all right, or they could win one, say, of the next 5 and be amongst the lowest points totals ever. So, they're looking like one of the worst teams.
They're a bit weird, though, Sheffield United, because as bad as they are, they have games where they put up a fight against decent teams. Because I watched them against Newcastle at home about earlier in the season when they got beat 8-0. And that is definitely one of the worst teams that I've ever seen step foot on a Premier League pitch in that game. It was 8-0 and it could have been 12. And Newcastle.
I watched that game.
You watched
Is
Newcastle.
that where Tom Davies came on as a sub?
Yeah.
And his immediate input into the game.
We got tackled and then he scored.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. It was, but it looked like it wasn't just how bad they were destroying. It looked like they weren't even like trying. Do you know, it was proper weird. It looked like a school
Chris
game.
Wilder more or less said that about them
Yeah.
after the Burnley game as well, where they got battered the other week. He said something like that. He said they give up.
It looked like they give up. They
Yeah.
went 1-0 down, and it was almost like you can say, "Oh, they're performing badly and they're not good enough." It was like Newcastle players were just running forward, and the Sheffield United players were like, almost jogging alongside him and just letting him walk. It was proper weird to watch. But then I've seen him against Liverpool. I've seen him against Chelsea as well, where they've put up good performances and made the game really, really tight. So it's like.
We struggled against.
Do you know what I
It was the logo, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
it was
Ramos,
on Sir Bobby Charlton when he passed
Yeah.
away. It was Delo. You're right. Yeah, I think it was Somebody in the first half, then Delo. But they weren't great, but we were terrible as always.
I think one thing that's hampered them as well is they don't get as much coverage on it because they're at the bottom of the table, and obviously we're towards the top end. We're a bigger club, but Sheffield United have also had probably one up there with us, Newcastle, etc., as having like the worst injury crisis. They've had like an unspeakable amount of injuries, and it's obviously affected their season as well. And it looks like they're going to go down out of whimper, really. But they have had a season that to forget when it comes to like the availability of their players and the injuries that they have had. So they've been really, really hard done by. They've performed badly, but they've also had bad injuries as well.
Yeah, it's been a sort of the perfect storm of awfulness for him. Let's have a look at this Manchester United team, then you can see it on your screens. The back four is Andre Onana in goal. We've got Wan-Bissaka. I think he's going to start on the left-hand side. He usually does when he plays with Luke Shaw and Tara Malacia out as well. Maguire and Casemiro again at the centre-back as the centre-backs. Diogo Dalot at right-back. Then we've got a midfield of Kobbie Mainoo, Christian Eriksen getting a nod. We'll get reactions to this in a minute. Bruno Fernandes. And then you've got Alejandro Garnacho, Rasmus Højlund and Antony starting. No Marcus Rashford in the squad. So you've got Antony there. And then your substitutions, you've got Bayende, Harry Amas, the youngster, Ogunene, Jackson, McTominay, Forson, Amrabat, Amad Diallo and Wheatley as well. Scotty, I'll start with you. What do you make of that 11?
Not really surprised because I think there was rumours that I thought Rashford was injured and McTominay might drop to the bench. So, but with Eriksen in the midfield, I don't think he did much when he came on at the weekend, and his legs as well. It's just a bit worrying. He's great when he's on the ball, but I think we do lose ground in midfield, and not having a Casemiro in centre mid. I know as bad as Sheffield United are, I do worry there. I'd like to have seen Amad start. I just think with the quotes we were saying before the game, like the quotes that Ten Hag came out with this week that he's not had enough game time, and then here he is again not getting enough game time. But I mean, regardless of who United put out of our squad tonight against, like I said, one of the worst performing teams ever in the Premier League, you'd expect Manchester United to win. Expect them to. Will they?
Thanks, Ethan. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I say this every week. I look at the 11s almost every single week, bar like when we play maybe City or Liverpool, and go, we've got the better 11. Even with injuries, I still fancy us. I'll get to the Sheffield United team in a minute to put it into context. But what have you made of that starting 11, Ronnie?
I'm looking, concern-wise, it's the mobility in the midfield that's concerning me. There's little to no like defensive solidity in that midfield three, really. The most of the defensively secure player, I'd say, in the midfield three is probably Kobbie Mainoo. And that's not exactly his strong point either. I think he's much better in advanced areas going forward and obviously on the ball. But obviously that's probably based on the fact that Sheffield United are probably likely to sit deep, and you might need Eriksen's extra creativity and his passing ability. But it's still a concern on transition because we know Eriksen's not the most mobile, and Mainoo isn't the most mobile either when it comes to like defensive transitions. So that's the only worry for me. Obviously, we know about the lack of pace between Maguire and Casemiro as well. So I don't know. It's a strange one. Obviously, no Rashford due to injury is fine, but I would have liked to have seen Amad instead of Antony. I think that the Antony starting ahead of Amad is what frustrates me the most, because when Amad came on against Coventry, he showed more in about 5 minutes than Antony did, and I thought Antony was one of Coventry's best players when he come on.
No, I agree. I think it's almost been ignored, all the nonsense about his cup in his ears, that when he came on, he did nothing. I thought, you can't do it on the Wembley pitch against Coventry. When can you do it, man? That's your moment. And he's another one who's not really built on the Liverpool goal. I thought, okay, almost all is forgiven when you score against Liverpool in that game. Let's do something afterwards. Did all right against Chelsea, to be fair, but then other than that, he's sort of reverted to what we were used to seeing with Anthony, which is a shame.
They're the two highlights, aren't they, for the season though, against Liverpool and Chelsea? That ball for the Chelsea game.
Yeah,
on the outside.
That's it. Yeah, unless you start talking about his performance against Newport County, you're struggling to find anything. Let's talk about Sheffield United. Let's go through their team. Fotheringham, Trusty, Hamer, Archer, Berrington Diaz, Akmer Dozig, Bogle, Osborne, Blaster, who's the captain at 20 years old, according to the Sheffield United Twitter, Holgate and Brooks, and then on the bench you've got Gerbic, Norwood, Souza, Slimani, Larouci, McAtee, Curtis, Osula and Hampson. If you're Sheffield United, right, you're looking at this game thinking, we can get something. Or are you looking at it going, I think with other games coming up that are probably going to be the ones to focus on, because sometimes relegated or teams fighting about bottom will think like that. But I feel like with Sheffield United, they're 7 points from safety. They've got a game in hand. They're playing arguably the worst United side in Premier League history. Statistically, I think we are. I'm going for it,
because I saw a report the other day statistically in terms of like expected points, shots for, shots against, and a bunch of metrics. It's been the worst since Fergie was here, which is weird. It's so weird. This tenure's weird because then you counter that with like 3 finals into this team makes no sense.
Well, go on, what do you think of that? Because
Ten Hag
defended himself, didn't he? And this in my group chat, that's anything to go on, and social media, that seems to have divided opinion, because he came out fighting his press conference, and I don't mind that, to be honest with you, but people have got a bit annoyed at the way he's come out fighting, like three finals in 2 years, 4 finals in 3 years. I think if he counted his Ajax final as well, and some people going,
I'm not going to count his Ajax final.
I know
he did though.
Oh, he did you?
But the thing is, Jose did that and got ridiculed.
Yeah, start using someone else using previous clubs' trophies.
Yeah, Charity Shield.
He said three Premier League titles, respect me and all that.
Nah, but with Ten Hag's tenure is weird to describe in that sense, because compared to the other managers, it's like we've had the lowest of lows under Ten Hag, but we've also had higher highs than a lot of the other managers. So it kind of it's a weird one to judge in terms of like getting to finals, etc. Yeah. Finishing third, which isn't the worst. But then some of the lows that we've had have been as low as we've ever seen at the club ever. And that's not me. That's not like...
I've never seen United lose 7-0.
Yeah, exactly. That's not... That's truth. That's factual.
Factually,
do you know what I mean?
The worst result in my life.
Every single week, we see a different...
I'm not trying to hate on him, but it is.
We see a different statistic every week about this is the worst since 1992 or 1983. Literally, that is all we see week in, week out. So
it does very much feel like David Moyes era. Do you remember when Moyes took over? And it's like, we haven't lost to Everton at Old Trafford for 40 years. We haven't lost to Newcastle
for 30 years. Liverpool at Fulham at home.
Yeah, we haven't lost to Fulham. And like every week was another record being broken, because Fergie had this record.
But now Ten Hag's broken Moyes' record.
Now it does feel like that again. Hit the like button, please, people. Let me know what you think of the starting 11. You okay?
Yeah, because I was going to say Sheffield. You're right about Sheffield United. I don't think they.
Oh, sorry.
I think they'll come into this kind of incentivised by what they saw from Coventry, but also knowing the form that we have been in and how open that we can be, and obviously with a couple of injuries we've got. I think Sheffield United coming to Old Trafford, 7 points, nothing to lose, and I think that's what makes them a little bit dangerous today.
Yeah, I mean, if they've got any chance, realistically, of staying up, then they need to start winning now, really.
If Sheffield United can keep it like 0-0 for 30 minutes, Man United will start getting a bit nervous, because the crowd around them will start getting on the backs and stuff. Yeah. And then you can sort of see them growing into the game. So I think for Sheffield United's point of view, it's important for them to try and keep a clean sheet for as long as possible.
No, I agree with all that. Get involved in the comments. MD says Anthony starts again. Some sort of deflated emoji. What does Ahmad need to do to start ahead of this guy? Crying emoji. I genuinely think Ahmad is so much better than him. I mean, you're laughing there?
Because as we said before, the only way that Ahmad plays is if he plays more. Isn't that what Ten Hag said?
Yeah.
Ten Hag says he's not played enough, basically, for him to play. When how much he plays is down to him. That was what confused me.
I mean, there's a lot
said.
about Ten Hag I've not found to make sense this season.
Do you know what I mean? Because that was the reason he gave for Ahmad barely getting any minutes, saying he's just come back from injury, which is about 4 or 5 months ago, by the way. And then he goes, I've not played him because he hasn't played enough. And I was probably scratching my head like,
Do you stand by what you said on, was it Sunday when you put the tweet out that Ten Hag's got at the end of the season?
I put that tweet out.
You put that tweet out, yeah.
I feel like that's a stitch up,
I know.
I'm only asking them questions.
I'm joking.
I thought fair play to him, he's gone.
I don't see a world where he's still there.
Even though we're sort of, like I said, we've hit heights that other managers haven't, it's the lows that we'll sort of see him out.
And then obviously what's come out in the news with what apparently Jason Wilcox has said, etc.
Do you buy into that?
No.
I think because I've heard it from because Muppeteers kind of.
What Muppeteers going on?
Kind of confirmed
Jason
it.
Wilcox was coming in straight away. He said you need to start playing this way.
Muppeteers is very well sourced when it comes to Ineos.
It is.
Do you know what I mean?
It is, but it's
So
not
I'm not
infallible.
Surely that's a
Yeah,
conversation.
it's not infallible, but if I heard it from was it Nick? The original source, I would have took that with a pinch of salt. But when I saw that Muppeteers kind of confirmed it, that was when I was a bit
it's bad times. End of April, someone's coming in and saying, right, everything you've been doing, forget that. Do it this.
That
way
is what I told. This is what I've been telling everyone from
Crazy.
day one. Everyone's saying, "Oh, Ineos going to do this, Ineos going to do that." It's hard to imagine an institution changes absolutely everything and wipes the whole top end of a club, and then keeps the manager.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a long shot anyway, unless he did it extremely well, because they look like they want to change everything and they probably want to appoint their own guy. But also, I thought people like Omar Barada, people like Dan Ashworth, people like Jason Wilcox, when they weren't working for United or knew that they were going to be in for the job, they would have had preconceived opinions on Ten Hag already from what they saw from United, whether that was good or bad. So if they could have been, because Omar Barada could be at City when we're doing poorly, not knowing he's going to be appointed for the United job yet, and he could be laughing and joking with people in the boardroom saying, "I've seen United team and Target."
Not went blind into the
he's shit him.
organisation.
Yeah, he's shit him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same. Dan Ashworth could have been thinking that, and then you come into the club in United and you're like, I didn't really rate him before I came here. Do you know that? But that's kind of the angle I get. Do you know what I mean?
As someone who would win them over as well with his personality or whatever. Not being horrible on him, but I've sort of said this a few times. Look, when you're struggling or when there's a question marks about it, sometimes if you're a bit charismatic or you've got a warm charm, you can win people a little bit. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
I thought this about him, but when I actually sat down with him, I was a bit like,
I get it. But sometimes tonight, I think he comes across as a little bit aloof, a little bit. I think Joe always uses the word stoic, which is a good way of putting it. Like it just gives me a little bit school teacher vibes. And I've been in a couple. Someone said to me, "Oh, Jay," because I mentioned this about his press conferences, and someone said, "Oh, Jay, how do you know you've never been in his press conferences?" Well, I have.
What do you expect from a man that wears his United kit to a beef for rocks?
I love that though. I'm
I've
fully
never
on board
forget
with that. That's class.
Have you heard that, Scott?
Someone who walks around this office in what you wear, somebody dishing out inside.
He wears like his United.
Does he wear sliders and a vest?
Like t-shirt and shorts and that when he was in holiday in Ibiza.
Come on, man. The guy goes cycling for a bus. He ain't a pie animal. Like, he was probably in Ibiza with his tactics board up in the fucking back of the range.
He's a millionaire. He's a millionaire that could at least have a white t-shirt on or something.
This is what Eric Ten Hag said about Ahmad. He said about starting and opportunities. He said Ahmad deserves it, but don't forget he had a long period of the season injured, so we rebuilt him, and now he has had some opportunities and made a real contribution. On Sunday, he played in the position that is not his best position. He started as a striker, and then he had to play in the midfield, so he did well. We have a number of players in that area. There is big competition. He already deserved more minutes, more game minutes, I would say, but I have to choose there. We have Garnacho, Anthony, we have Forson, we have a number of players in that position. We have to make choices there, but I am very happy with his performances and his progress. I see his qualities and his assets can really contribute to our game. So he's, singing his praises, but at the end of all that, but I'm still not going to pick him.
I'm pretty sure Anthony walked back. I know it was different reasons why Anthony was out because of what was going over in Brazil. But you'd expect fitness to be an issue. But as soon as Anthony came back to England, he was back in the squad, wasn't he?
Yeah, how much do you think of it is
favouritisms with
Anthony? And also...
Let's have this right. This is the reason why Sancho was kicking up a fuss. Because
Yes.
Anthony was getting played ahead of him.
Yeah, and also... I mean, I've been very critical of Jadon Sancho the way he went about things. I don't think it was the right thing to do, putting out tweets and then refusing to apologise once he deleted and all the rest of it. But if you just want to get it to numbers, Sancho's numbers stack up much better.
He's a better player than Anthony. I'm taking his personality away.
So,
Jadon Sancho's a better player than Anthony.
I can understand the player being miffed. I just don't like the way he went about airing his grievances. But I understand it. If you're looking at it going, and also we don't see what goes on in training. That was the whole crux of the Sancho problem, wasn't it? So Ten Hag said he's not trying in training. He might have looked at it and thought, well, hang on a minute, I'm trying more than him, and he's in the team.
Now Sancho's Champions League semi-final and Anthony's cupping his ears against Coventry.
What's your take on Sancho? Would you take him back? Do you see him coming back?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and lie. When Sancho was here, I thought he didn't offer us anything, pretty much. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I didn't.
Because of how he's managed, you think, or
I don't know. But he's got all the ability in the world. I've seen him since a young age, and he's an absolute baller. But we just didn't see it at all for United. So I'm not really in the camp of saying I'm desperate for him to come back. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it was a big investment, but. Anthony and Sancho, for me, are in a similar ballpark of just completely underwhelming for what we wanted from him.
I agree. I was massively disappointed with Sancho. And he never got going. Like, he's never got going at United.
No.
Even at Dortmund, now he's gone back there. I know in the Champions League semi-final, but I don't think he's
not set the world alight.
Been the player that left Dortmund, and it's sad to see because when we got him, you're so excited, and all that sort of rigmarole we went through to get him.
It's the whole Man United PR campaign as well. At the back of it, wasn't it?
But he's one of those players that you can understand it, can't you? You look at him and you go, "Wow, this kid is mint."
Got a little talent there, innit?
Yeah, and then he came and he was like little glimpses and the occasional game. Like I remember at Stamford Bridge and against City, he scored a great goal, didn't he? And
Liverpool
against the Scousers last season, but it's been.
We ain't recouping that money, is what I'm saying. As well.
We're not recouping money for anyone. Any of the players we've bought.
I'm not gonna lie to you though.
Them receipts ain't worth shit.
The thing is,
it's like a car. You drive it off. As soon as you drive off the lot, as soon as United sign a player, their valuation halves. As soon as they sign that contract, doesn't matter if they're 18 years old. Half.
The only thing I don't like about that argument is, apart from a club like Manchester United, when you're historically or traditionally a top 3 club in the world in terms of size, stature, whatever.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you are going to sell on a player from a club like Manchester United for a big transfer fee or for a prof, unless it's like a young superstar like Ronaldo, where he's going to Madrid. Do you know what I mean? I think outside of that,
my point though with that is,
it's never going to get the money recouped.
Tongue-in-cheek, it's pretty drastic how you've signed 2 21-year-olds, and I'd even throw Donny van der Beek in the mix, and within a year, I think all of them the value's halved. I think Donny van der Beek's been a bit longer, hasn't it?
I think Dan James was probably the last player that got
it's like that's the worrying thing for me is how quickly these players have dropped from the levels that, I mean, Anthony, we overpaid anyway, massively overpaid. But that's the sort of the mismanagement of the finances. But with Sancho, it's just been a shame.
Sancho seemed like market value at the time for what we signed him for, though.
I don't think was it 73 million? I don't think 73 million was that ludicrous for a player like Sancho.
It wasn't.
I think it was he's the kind of figure you'd expect.
And for what we expected to get for that money as well.
But I don't know, because we talk, and then you've got Ahmad, who was a youngster, 18,
up to
30,
his was up to 30 million. Yeah. I think United went very early with him though. I think he played 60 minutes of professional football.
Yeah, and then thingy rate. But it seems like even you say that quote when a manager goes, "Oh, I like this player, but we've got this player." He's naming the players that he rates above him.
Yeah,
that's when you read in between the lines. That's what he said. Forsen. That's what stuck out to me.
Yeah,
because it's been obvious already. He really rates Forsen for whatever reason, and he's shown early in the season that he actually rates Forsen more than he rates Ahmad. Because he started him in a couple of games where instead of Ahmad where we had injuries, and then I think Forsen got dragged off because he played poorly. Because I don't think I've ever seen him play well for us. I've not really seen.
Was Forsen the kid who got shouted at when we was in Vegas?
Yeah, Dortmund in the Vegas game. But I don't know. Managers have their preferences like that. There must be something about Ahmad's game that Ten Hag doesn't like.
Seems very strange to me when you're struggling and you've got a player there that looks like he can be very effective for you, and you just ignoring him. I'll name this podcast later. He's been a member of the academy for 4 months. Says United have dropped 17 points from winning positions this season. We could have been contenders. Fergal McClement says, did Ahmad not get Ten Hag a birthday card or what? I'll go through some of the other comments as well, but get them in. Dean Woolley, or Woolley, I don't know why I said it like that, Says, I bet we won't even get 40 million for Sancho now. Rafa D says, Ahmad, and then he does one of those things. Says, Forsen. Loads of other.
Was that some Mo Farah thing or?
It was like that. What's that?
The bracket.
Bracket, is it? Yeah. He's indicating that Ahmad is better.
Greater than.
I thought bracket was like that.
You are?
I thought a bracket was like that. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
Right, well, that what
That's,
did I do?
that's like a bracket. What?
That's just an arrow.
No, it's the
That.
it's like the
Greater
crocodile.
than.
The
You're
crocodile,
right.
innit?
It's greater than.
An
You're
open
right.
bracket.
That's the
Greater than emoji is what I meant to do. Well, not emoji.
Like what?
It's not an emoji, is it? The greater than
What's the symbol?
symbol, yeah, off the keyboard. That's what I was trying to
Welcome to
recreate.
Welcome to literacy.
Yeah, it's not a bracket. You're right.
40-plus-year-old men trying to work out what an emoji.
What is it? The comments always know. What is it? What is that? Punctuation. That's gonna bother me.
Greater than, I think.
It's greater than.
So it's just called greater.
Oh right, what's it called in?
Someone probably knows in the comments.
Yeah, what is it? Let us know what it's called. Why do we keep ruining good players? Says Marcus.
For a lot.
Daniel Berry says we did buy players and move them on for money and reserve players too. Yeah, we used to do that. Many times over. Do you remember like back in the day we used to have players that had come through the academy, play 3 games, and you get like £5 million for them or whatever, which back in those days was a lot of money. And now it's just like, yeah, we seem to struggle a little bit. We struggle to move on anyone really, don't we? Joel Clayton says, an inequality, it's from maths. Thank you.
Okay, there you go.
The Ace says, Muppeteers said they think it might make sense. It's not sort of, that's the story we were talking earlier about, is it Jason Wilcox coming in? Got some quotes for you as well. Harry Maguire says, I've been at this club a long enough time to know that the noise around the place is always here, whether it's with the manager or the players. Excuse me. Speaking about the game against Coventry, he said it was a really strange mix of emotions throughout the game. The way that the game went, it was just crazy to be involved in. Going into extra time, we needed to regroup, refocus, clear our heads and do everything we could to win. We managed to do that in the end. And he also says, I don't think we needed to celebrate too hard. We let ourselves down in the last 20 minutes of normal time. And to play for this club, it involves huge responsibility. And we didn't take responsibility in that last 20 minutes of the game. Also, there's a quote from Diogo Dalot. He says, games in this league come thick and fast, so we have to recover well. And I think we're prepared for today. Someone else has asked about Jacob Ambriole. Says, no, Cambuala. No, he's still injured, isn't he? It's annoying because he came in, he had a very good game against Liverpool. He struggled a little bit against Bournemouth.
Yeah, he struggled against Bournemouth.
Yeah, and then he got injured. So, I mean, it's par for the course at the minute, isn't it? With all United players, especially defenders. It's like...
I wonder what our injured 11, our best injured 11 against our 11 that are available would look like. Would we have a stronger 11 injured, do you reckon?
Our injured left, well, our centre-back pairing would be Varane and Miners. Our left-back would be Luke Shaw.
We'd have Rashford up.
You'd have Rashford in there. You'd have who else?
McTominay in mid.
Yeah, I know he's on the bench, but I don't think he's. Yeah,
I don't think this is the thing with the injury thing as well, because we've had one or two that have hampered us, and I think the centre back crisis of late is pretty. I reckon the centre back crisis that we've had of late, of everyone being injured in that position, is probably one of the worst that we've had this season. But for a lot of the last couple months, we've not been a million miles away from being full strength. So the injury excuses started to lose weight a little bit, especially because, I'm not going to lie to you, it's an excuse that a lot of fans and a lot of people have hung on to, when in fact, if you look at it, most teams throughout a league season never ever have their full complement of players available. Do you know what I mean? I think because things have been so poor, it's stuff that I think is like, I call it copium, that people are hanging on to. Do you know what I mean? As like the main reason. And it might be one of the reasons, but it's not the main reason.
No, it is one of it. I think in terms of the injuries for me, whilst the number of injuries has been pretty bad, I think we've got the most number of injuries. We still, like, other teams have injuries as well. Losing Martinez and Shaw is a massive, massive loss for us. I think especially Martinez for the way he played last season, how important he was to us last season. And I just don't think the replacements have been there. Sometimes you get an injury and someone comes in and sort of steps up anyway, so you don't miss it as much. Do you know what I mean? Like, there was a time when, for example, Wan-Bissaka was probably your preferred right back, then Dalot comes in.
Do you know what also could be true, though?
I don't think anyone steps up at centre back since Martinez has been out.
It could be true that our full strongest start 11 when everyone is available anyway isn't that great anyway.
Well,
Do you know what I mean?
two of the players
That's like-
last season were
Yeah.
phenomenal or very, very effective for Eric Ten Hag were Casemiro and Marcus Rashford. And this season, both of them have almost fallen off a cliff. Yeah, they've just not been the same player at all. The other players that were effective for him, Christian Eriksen was one. We forget before that injury against Reading, he was vital. And also Martinez and Shaw, we've already mentioned. So,
Yeah, because
two of those players, it's just form really. It's
Yeah,
left them.
'cause-
They've not been injured. It's just they've not been any good.
No, but if you look at the players that have come through, McTominay's had a good season.
Yeah.
You know, it's got not maybe not performance,
Has
but
he?
it's for his goals.
You won't convince him he's had a good season. He done really.
Right, McTominay's had a better season than Rashford.
I'm not saying he's
For goal-
not. Well, you're making an
Yeah, it
argument.
sounded like you
I'm
were.
not making. That's just an argument that no one's made.
Yeah.
What I'm saying to you,
can't-
is
can't-
comparatively,
You're lucky Abdullah's not here. That's what I say saying that.
can't get a word in edgeways of him.
As much as McTominay stepped up though this
Yeah.
season,
That's what I mean.
I don't think it's been it's obviously not been a net positive, has it, on the team?
No, but he stepped up and done something. There's players that have stepped up and done now.
Nah,
That's
I
exactly
agree.
what I'm saying.
He scored
some of the
important
players we've
goals.
had,
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
but a lot of the players that played well last season haven't. Where McTominay's probably the only one from last season who was here who's been more effective, I'd say. Anthony's been worse this season, believe it or not, than he was last season. Hoyland's come in, he's done all right, but
Yeah.
I think in terms of his goals in the Premier League, it's like he had that purple patch. I don't think actually he's got that many more than Martial had at this time last season. I know obviously
Can I have one,
Martial
Ethan?
was injured constantly. Garnacho,
I'd say he's had a better season.
yeah, I think so. I think he's played a lot more games. And obviously Kobe Mainoo didn't play last season, but he's come in and he's been
Delon.
amazing. Delon,
Mason Mount's been injured all season as well, but then it turns out he doesn't even make the strongest 11 anyway.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a bit of a
strange.
weird
One of the
What
strange.
about
signings
Bruno?
that
Do you
we've
think
had.
Bruno's had a better season this season or last season?
Probably better last.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think him and Rashford were linking up a lot more, weren't they? What are you making of Fernandez's?
And then there's Onana as well in there.
Yeah, creation for Hoyland for goals. Is he underperforming? Is Hoyland's lack of goals down to the lack of balls getting assisted to? There was a time was it on Sunday where Hoyland was sort of dithering on the ball when we were 3-0
Yeah,
up?
he had that. He had the chance where he took about 5 touches,
Yeah.
didn't he? I feel for Hoyland, he should never. Everyone knows this. He shouldn't have come in and been the main striker straight away at United. He'd had, was it one really big season at Atalanta?
He had
where
20 games in here.
Even that wasn't like ridiculous.
Yeah, it's mad. People forget that.
Numbers.
People
It was
forget
like-
he was literally signed for to be backup, weren't he?
Yeah,
to
and
be
then
like
he becomes first choice. Not just first choice, like essential, playing every minute of every game almost at one point. So I don't blame him. I just feel that the fears that we had or the reservations we had have sort of come to fruition in the sense that you can't just rely on this kid week in, week out because he's finding his feet himself. He's only a young lad. It's his first season in the Premier League. What's going on here?
What's that? Santa? Oh, thank you so much, Ethan.
Little cola bottles.
Thank you.
Ronnie's just getting cola bottles delivered to him by producer Ethan. That's decent. So, go on, I shouldn't have one that's covered in sugar, aren't they? What are you having, Mum?
Nah,
Well, no, I can't resist the sweeter.
I do keto diet, so I don't eat sugar.
What is keto diet?
Not eating sugar.
Is that it? Just no
Like
sugar?
carbs and stuff like that.
No
No,
carbs
at
either?
all?
Nah, just eat like meat and cheese.
How do you
and eggs
function?
and stuff like that. You're fueled off fat rather than sugar.
How
Oh,
long
so
have you
you're
been doing
fat.
that for?
I've only just started again after I got back in the gym after having my operation, so just started again this week.
How
What
you
fat do you
finding
eat?
Meat, cheese, eggs, fish.
Feels like it's a good idea.
It is nice.
Sorry. Someone's saying don't chew on the mic.
Who's chewing on the mic?
Me and Ronnie.
I kissed the mic before by accident. Sorry about
Did
that.
you? Was that not a little
Don't cast as cheating. Don't worry about it.
secret kiss to the production team?
Yeah, yeah. Nah,
They
I
can
just-
read between the
I
lines.
just love what I do.
FB F1 Sport says goalkeeper Bayandere, left back Shaw, centre back Martinez, Varane, right back Wan-Bissaka, CDM Casemiro, central midfielder Mainoo, Cam Eriksen, left wing Rashford, striker Rasmus, right wing Mount. That's his team or their team. So I don't know if it's he or she. So yeah, that's an interesting one with the goalkeeper. Bayandere coming in. I think Onana's been all right post Champions League.
Yeah, once the pressure was off him.
That seemed like an edgy lineup. Proper edgy line.
Edgy 11.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't rate Onana. Bayern Days your man. Based on what? The
Newport
game,
game.
the game against Newport where we nearly threw it away.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it was his fault, but yeah.
Since Onana came back from he played that, 10
Well,
minutes in the African
also
nation.
as well, right? I'm sorry. Like, listen, I appreciate you super chat, and I like the fact you've got your own ideas, but I'm not having Eriksen over Bruno personally.
No.
I think that's a bit too much for me.
He went edgy, innit?
Yeah, like that. Do you know what though? There are a lot of people who will agree with you. There are a lot of people who go, you know what? I'd pick Eriksen over Bruno, but they're wrong.
I think Eriksen's past his best, isn't it? I think
Sad
we've
to
probably
say.
seen his best in the United shirt last season, but I think Fernandes has probably got more
What
mileage.
did we give him? Was it a 3-year deal, Eriksen? I feel like it was. Was it a 3-year and an option of one more?
I'm
I
not
think
sure.
Brentford offered him 2 and we went,
Yeah.
What's that?
we'll give you 3. I'm pretty sure, let me just do a little bit of Googling.
We'll give you a bit of dosh.
Yeah.
An extra year, but a lot more misery.
Yeah, 3-year deal.
How's that?
He got a 3-year deal at United. So, I mean, he was 30 years old and gave him a 3-year deal.
To be fair, surprised Sanag hasn't played him more with him being former Ajax.
Well, last season, he was like one of the main men, wasn't he, until
So he got that injury.
Like,
Was it Andy Carroll that went through?
yeah, he was horrible. He just chased him all around the pitch,
Yeah.
booting him. So, yeah, last season he was integral. Got that injury. Showed it in little, fits and starts, but wasn't quite the player that he had been pre-injury. And then he's not really shown a lot this season, has he? Santa Notch says, Eriksen will be off the pitch by the hour mark. Jim Mack says, Andy Carroll should be in jail for that game. Love that. Wazi says, Højlund could have been amazing this season if he had proper service. Where do you stand on the Rasmus Højlund argument, Scott? Do you feel like it's the service,
I think
player,
it's a
both?
service really, because if you got like, if Anthony's playing down the right, he's not got a great cross in him, or he's certainly not proved it. Garnacho's a lot more direct. I thought when Rashford and Højlund, there was a couple of games earlier on, it looked like them two were linking up quite well when Rashford was playing out on the left. I don't think he's had a brilliant service, and I think Fernandes has been a bit hit and miss. I'd like to see Fernandes play deeper. I don't know how you feel about that, Ronnie, in terms of getting the balls in from the back. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of space.
With the Højlund thing, I think the service thing's true to an extent. I think a lot of the season he's definitely not received enough from that standpoint. But I think of late there's been a couple of games where even when he has been getting service or he has been given a ball, he's been quite poor.
Yeah.
I think he's had a few of his more poorer performances since he's arrived of late, which is obviously a bit of a concern as well. Because I don't think it's just a service excuse that you can give him as well. 'Cause sometimes the fact is with Højlund, he's 20. Weren't meant to be the main man. Weren't meant to be a starting week in, week out. He's developing, and there was always that concern of United and how much of a circus and how dysfunctional that we are of his development being a little bit derailed, because we have a track record for that for any players that do come where they very rarely actually get better. So you're hoping that probably in a better team with more consistent service and opportunities, he'll have more opportunity to make mistakes and get better. Because I think what's happened recently is he's early in the season when he was at the purple patch or when he was actually playing well, he was making the most of every little crumb that he would receive in terms of getting the ball in service. Now it's not quite coming off for him when he actually does get the ball, but he shouldn't have to be relying on being perfect every time he receives the ball, every time he gets one chance a game. But unfortunately, the way that United are set up, that's how it's had to be.
He needs to be clinical every single
Do you know what I mean?
opportunity that he's getting. You're right that was that purple patch. Was it just after Christmas? Did he get 7 in 7?
I think so. He got like
and then he got injured, didn't he? Because everything, like every game, if it was up to the Newport game around then when he got injured, and then he started not come back. I don't think he scored since.
Yeah, it's about rhythm as well.
Yeah.
I think it's very hard for someone like Højlund to get in a rhythm when every game is kind of like limited touches, limited opportunity. You're not going to kind of get up to speed.
FB F1 Sports says, so forgive me, says, sorry, not my 11, it's the players who have been injured this year. I'm not that stupid. So that team that he was selecting was players that have been injured this year. So even Bayern Day's been injured, which is, says it all really, doesn't it? When you look at that 11 then, put it into context, there's quite a lot of players there that are, useful. Yeah, that would, obviously, the defenders are the obvious one. Thanks for that, FB F1. My road trip, who's been a member of the academy for 20 months, says, would you rather see a winger come in who can feed Højlund or another striker to back him up in the summer?
Great question. Because you wonder, because it's a year on, isn't it? And you'd expect maybe a year at Old Trafford, you may be able to have that pressure.
What do you reckon, either of you? Is the next striker backup or first choice that comes in the summer? Has Højlund done enough to say you can fuck right off, this is my number 9 spot?
I can't see who the striker is that Manchester United sign in the summer, because I don't think we've not got never-ending funds to put out there, or the strikers that are available. Ivan Toney maybe that could come in and do that position, but I think he might be going to Arsenal. Who is the out there that's going to be coming in and take that number 9?
Yeah.
I'll tell you in a minute. But
okay.
I think we do need to sign another striker 100%. Without doubt.
Yeah.
Losing Martial anyway.
Would you have them? Do you expect it to be someone who comes in and, let's say, challenges for the first team, or is a backup to Højlund?
Challenge.
I still feel like this. I like Rasmus Højlund. I think he's a very good player, but I still feel, if we're being brutally honest, there's a little bit of the element of the jury's out. I don't think I can definitively say he's 100% going to be United's first choice rank for the next 3 or 4 years.
No,
I don't. I hope he will, and I think if you had to give me a yes or no answer with a gun to me, I'd say yes. But I don't think it's set in stone. I really don't. I think there's still that sort of slight doubt as to whether he is at the very level you need.
but can you see Man United going out in the summer and spending 70+ mil on a striker?
No, I don't think it'll be that price. I mean,
That's what I mean. It's not going to be like one of Europe's elite strikers. What about the kid from who's that Tim Pot team? Newcastle.
Wow.
Is it Isaac?
Your camera angles are about to go right out the window there.
Or the lad, what's his name? Bournemouth striker who scored against them.
message in turn.
Yeah. Go on, bro. Can we just cut to my single, or to Scotty's single? Thank you. I think Alexander Isaac, there would have been a time, right, where we would have gone, excuse me for banging on the table, but I was emphasising a point. We'll have Isaac, we'll have a bit of who's Newcastle's best striker, who's Spurs' best striker, who's whoever's best striker, we'll get him. Those days are long gone, aren't they?
But Dan Ashworth would know what Isaac's on.
I think that's going to be part of the deal of getting.
There's going to be some sort of like.
There's talk into of us not being able to buy anyone that was on his list, which is ridiculous.
Oh right,
yeah, because sporting directors have lists of like binders full of
So
players.
it's like when people do stocks and shares and you can't take your portfolio with you.
You can't. What's that? You can't buy him.
If I was Dan Ashworth and I knew this opportunity was coming and I'd been making such a shit file.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like leaving this
with like a piece of paper.
What's this?
Like
Richard Dunn's coming back to play.
Dan, this list that's written in crayon, it's got 4 names on it, and 3 of them are dead. I'd be trying to stitch up, but I get your point. I don't think United and Newcastle are going to do any business.
What about Bournemouth? I can't remember the lad's name.
Dominic Solanke.
Yeah, he's had a great season.
I mean,
20 goals, is it?
Yeah, you could take a punt on him. You got to remember when Solanke was younger, he was at the Scousers.
He's at Liverpool. I mean, not going to hold that against him.
No, I mean, everyone learns from the mistakes. He's 26, so he's
a good age.
And
he can do it in the Premier League. He's not going to cost all the money in the world, is he?
No, I just feel that strikers, just especially, I know he's only got 1 cap, but he's been in the England team, hasn't he? Yeah, 20 goals this season.
Which is better than anyone close to what we've got.
Do you feel like he could do a job for us, or do you feel like he's just having a season?
Nah, what was he last? How many did he score last season?
6.
So his Mark jumped. And what season before that?
He was in the Championship, but he banged him in the Championship. He absolutely smashed.
He knows, yeah. So he knows where they're next.
But his Premier League seasons have been. I mean, I don't know. I'm not arguing either way. I'm just saying, like.
I just say how many's Højlund got this season?
I think it's 7.
Right.
I think.
So he's got 13 more.
Well, that's what I mean, though. If you're Dominic Solanke, then if you come to United, let's say we go out and we get him for 55, 60 million. I think you're gonna have to spend that to get him. Even at Bournemouth, maybe even a little bit more. Are you coming to United to play second fiddle to a player?
Nah, I'd be rolling in there and saying, listen, I've just banged 20 goals last season.
That's my thing.
Yeah, but Højlund, what is he, 21 next year?
No, he's 21 now, I think. He's
21 until he's 22.
Exactly.
But I think, earn your stripes. But like you said, I don't think Højlund's done enough to sort of prove his position. And
don't get me wrong, I don't want anyone to misconstrue this. I love
we're going to be shit for a while, yeah.
But I just think that 7 goals in the Premier League in 24 appearances, 13 in all competitions, that's decent. There's nothing, it's not shameful. 13 goals so far this season in all comps. I mean, it's pretty much, I think Joe Smith called it. He said, don't be surprised if he gets around 15, 16 goals in all comps. Do you know what I mean? For the entire season. And then he builds on that, which is fine. My question is, do United go out and go, right, look, we can't wait another season for him to find his feet. He's not quite at levels we need yet. Or do they go, no, he's getting there. Let's just bring in someone as backup. Do you know what I mean? Because any striker you're going to go out and get, if they're of a certain age, they're not going to want to come and play second fiddle.
You're not going to get a 26-year-old coming to Manchester United and want to play second fiddle.
No, Ivan Toney, for example, I know we're not going to get him, but let's say we went out before, right? Let's say we sold Greenwood and we sold Rashford. Let's just say, for example, and we had all this money and we went, right, we're going to get Ivan Toney. He's going to want to be first choice, isn't it? So it just depends what route United go down, because they can either go down the route of getting a 32-year-old, 33-year-old.
We've been there, though.
I know, who's going to be second fiddle, or a 19, 20-year-old who's going to be second fiddle. Or if you're getting someone, for me, between the age of sort of 21 and 28, 29, he's going to want to start. Do you know what I mean? I think you're going to struggle to sell it on him as coming here and being back up to someone who himself is still finding his feet. It's a sort of a problem Manchester United are going to have to look at, because at the minute, you've only got one striker. You need another one. It's just the question is that next striker going to be first choice, or is he going to be the backup to Rasmus Højlund? Ideally, right now, you could do with someone like a bloody 34-year-old Cavani, that type of player who's come in and rotate or whatever, but they're not exactly growing on trees, and obviously Cavani's long gone.
But from what you hear, it seems like United are going to be after a player that can challenge him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's what I mean. I still feel like the jury is slightly out on him. I do. I feel like it's not. I don't think he's not. I'm not saying he's not a good player. He is, but there's every chance next season he could put up similar numbers, and it's like, are United going to be completely happy with that, or are you going to want a player or a striker who, can get you close to 30 goals?
Take the pressure off him a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I mean, you at least need another option. We know that, and it's not all his fault at all, because look at how many games he had to play, how many times you've just been over relying on him when it's not been happening. There's not even like we can go, right, take him off now and put Martial on or whatever. We've had nothing, have we? Marcus down the middle has been the only real other option, and that's flawed. Nicholas Walker says, considering Burnley beat this side 4-1 on Saturday, how can Ten Hag survive after this if we suffer a loss? Dan United 94
as well.
Says, Jay, it's time, bring him home. #Welbeck. I would absolutely. Danny Welbeck is the answer to all our problems. He really is. Did you see that Tom Cleverley's got the Watford job?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Full time. That's good, isn't it? I'd love to see Tom Cleverley make a success of his managerial career. I would. I felt a little bit sorry for him, United,
He had a great season. Well, he had a great season when he was playing next to Anderson, didn't he?
Yeah. He had the first start of the season when he did really well. He got that injury at Kevin Davies at Bolton, stood on his foot and broke his metatarsal. He was never the same player after that. Certainly not for United. And then he did win the title, obviously, with us, but he suffered from. He was overhyped. Like, I remember he played for England, had a very good debut for England, and then like Roy Hodgson was calling him like our Iniesta or something stupid, and it was just like, he ain't that guy. And then injury at a crucial time, and then he got hammered. He was like, he became he was one of the first players who was the go-to guy on social media to troll for a lot of people, and he was getting battered when it was the whole TC23 thing. So he got a lot of stick. Some of it was completely OTT.
I think because he's not fancy enough. He's not fancy looking enough. I don't know, man. I think he was decent. I think he was decent. I remember him fondly for being part of the 8-2 demolition of Arsenal. So I think that's great.
I love that you go straight to that.
Straight to that, and I think the double pivot of him and Anderson was fun to watch for a little while. But hopefully, as you say, he has a decent managerial tenure at Watford.
Mo T says, thoughts on Rangnick to Bayern? Yeah, Ralph Rangnick's come out speaking to the German version of 90 Minutes, I think it is, or the Austrian version, and he's basically said that Bayern Munich have been in touch with him. They want him.
He's actually said that Bayern Munich want me.
Have you seen this man? He does not hold back.
Do you think that might hamper your negotiations?
He's not a liar either. He's
not
a liar.
He will tell you whatever is going on in his life and what he thinks about anything. So I think he sort of came out and he said, Bayern Munich have been in touch with the Austrian Federation to get me. They want me. I'm happy here though, but we'll see what happens, sort of thing. So
fair play to him.
Yeah, he don't mince his words, does he?
I liked Ralph. His football was bad. We had that 40 minutes.
Jesus Christ,
But,
bad.
you know...
Mate, that 40 minutes was it.
He was in love with Alanga as well.
But he spoke more truth as a Man United manager than any of them post-Ferguson.
But, I mean, Jason Wilcox there, Dave Brailsford.
He's telling him there, well, this is what I said to Eric.
Yeah, I told Eric.
I told Eric.
Hey, forget about all this shit.
This is what
Get
I
on
don't
with
get
it.
when people go like the sources that conversation went ahead. Like Jason Wilcox went in with 40 men deep to tell Eric Ten Hag, and it's leaked from one of them.
Yeah.
Do you know that sort of meeting you're going to sit down and have a word?
32 games into the season, -1 goal difference.
Class.
Unbelievable.
Only Man United.
Hey, we're Man United. We do what we want. Sheffield United there, -57.
That's not
Right,
bad.
so we're
That's
better
not
than
bad.
them.
Wow. That is impressive. I'm not going to lie. I actually double taked when I saw that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, Burnley are one above them. They're -32, which is horrendous, by the way. But -57. When I see that, right, I think anything less than a 6-0 is a disgrace.
This
We've been
week's
spanked this year by high scores, aren't we?
this week's scary as well because it's like we've got the teams you just mentioned. We've got them back to back.
Apparently, one more goal conceded and they've broken the league record.
At least
So we could be part of a record-breaking game today. United could break records in a positive way. Yeah? Just think about that. You can remember where
Is
you
it a
were.
positive way?
I was here on the 24th
Is it a positive
of
way,
April,
really?
2024.
It's more of a negative stat for Sheffield United. It's not really a positive
Don't
one
take
for
it away
United.
from Ronnie.
We were the one that brought
spoil
that.
it.
We were the
Yeah.
one that-
We were part of that record-breaking game. I feel sorry for these people. Look, she's looking at him eating that pie like he's doing something wrong.
If you're eating those pies at Old
I
Trafford,
know.
then there is
Like,
something wrong with you if you eat those.
well,
I'm not
there
going
is
to.
that.
Do you eat those?
No.
Do you eat those, Scotty?
No.
If
I've
you go-
had one in the past. I wasn't impressed.
Yeah.
The chicken.
It might-
balti,
I've
not had
whatever.
one for
It might be the worst
years.
thing that you can ever eat.
Yeah.
That looks like my missus and my little girl there tonight. Looks like their section as well. That last game she was at, my daughter was the Bournemouth 3-0 defeat. So
No.
I'm hoping. Oh, she's only 7, bless her. I'm hoping she sees a win tonight. Get involved in the chat in the comments. Give us your score predictions. Also, hit that like button, please, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes. There's almost 3,000 people watching. We've not even got to 300 likes yet. That is a disgrace. John Santos says 2-2. Ryan says, is Malacia dead? No, he's not. He's been in training. Have you seen the footage?
She was doing shoulder presses earlier. That's what everyone's like.
How long was the footage for? I didn't watch. I just saw I didn't see the.
Long enough for it to not be AI.
Really? Was it one of those though? Like, could you tell he's actually training, or did it look like?
Nah, he's training. He's
Is
training.
it? Right,
Yeah.
because I remember Pogba used to do this, didn't he? He used to do them little vids where he'd be like, with the ropes and all that. And he'd be like,
Yeah.
look, training, man, what's the matter with you? Proper on it.
Yeah.
And you'd think, yeah.
Yeah, shut up.
I just
8-second clip, like, in
It's like
Dubai.
someone behind him spraying him with water.
Yeah. Oh,
Slightly
like
off
Ron
topic.
Burgundy.
Yeah.
89, 90. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you were filming.
Another thing I've just realised, which is going to be a concern today, especially when you're playing against these opposition where they usually make their best opportunities from set pieces, was United's team's pretty short today, isn't it?
I thought you were going to say something else when that sentence started, when that word started. Short, yeah.
I think
You've got Maguire. He can deal with everything.
just one guy.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
Can
Can you imagine if we'd sold Maguire and McTominay this summer? I know McTominay's not great at games, but he
What
scores
is it
good
about
goals.
McTominay? You
Nah,
don't
it's
shut about him.
just about. No, he's right. Like
Do you know what I mean? Like we were the two players.
Casemiro, Maguire, and
Mate, on that semi-final, I know Steve.
We've got
disagreed
two
with me.
players today
I
that
thought
can
Maguire
head-
played very well against Coventry. If it wasn't for him, there's no way on God's earth we win that game. We are not in an FA Cup final now.
we've got two players that can head the ball.
McTominay, I don't think we get past the Scousers. So again, we're not in that FA Cup
That's what I
final.
mean. But they were two players that we were getting rid of in the summer.
Well, do you know what? Had we got rid of them, I don't think you'd have struggled if we'd got rid of them in the summer to find 4 United fans that were bothered about it.
No,
Do you know
no,
what I
no,
mean?
no.
Like everyone was like, "Get rid of there, they're done, whatever." And then it turned out to be the a blessing in disguise. A bit of confusion about.
Is
coming out
Johnny
of summer.
Evans United signing of the season?
It's harsh, isn't it? It's harsh on
Mount.
on Mount.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mount was a shout probably.
I'd say.
Do you know what's mad? We've been so bad this season that it feels like it's like even picking player of the year. It's probably Delo, and then you got people criticising that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everyone's
I mean,
flawed in
so-
it because Mainu missed half the season. He's been obviously shining light, but he's missed a lot of the games.
Missed the first 3 months, innit?
Yeah, Onana had absolute horror show for the Champions League. More or less cost us that place
Oh,
in Europe.
he cost us that.
So
Champions
it's like
Yeah,
it's a bit difficult to make a
it
case for
really
him being
is.
our player of the season.
It is the best of a bad bunch.
Højlund, has been great, but again he missed. Not missed, but he had 6 months or whatever, 4 months without scoring in the Premier League, which is not ideal, is it?
No, it's
So
not.
everyone is flawed, and it's weird. I still know people that don't rate Delal, that don't like him.
There is loads.
And it's like,
I'm getting quite. Why am I getting scared?
Because you've watched United this season.
I'm getting scared, man, because I'm looking at matchups now, and I'm looking at Sheffield United being a lot stronger than us when it comes to set pieces. Today's going to be a worry where they can equalise stuff. But also, Casemiro and Maguire against Brereton, Diaz and Archer, especially Archer, who's quite quick and lively. I think if he isolates Casemiro, that could be a bit of a problem. Because we saw what happened when Casemiro got left on an island against Haji Wright.
Yeah.
Basically walked past him, remember?
Oh yeah.
How did that look? Remember, when towards the end where Haji Wright just knocked the ball past him and
he passed it to himself. Didn't
Passed it to himself basically.
Jesus, what?
He basically said he looked up, saw Casemiro and thought,
I've got you.
I can play a through ball here to myself, and you're not gonna get it. And he looked like he was running in quicksand. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so bad that.
What score are you going for then, Jay?
I think on the preview I said 0-0.
Optimistic.
Yeah.
I don't see a 0-0 for these two today.
But now that we've got the chance to break the record, I think we'll get it. I think we'll get that goal. So I'll go 1-0.
It doesn't count then, does it?
No, if they concede one more goal, they've
because
conceded more goals than any team in history. Is that
No,
what's
because
the
it's
stat?
it's a difference in it.
Oh, what's the stat, people? Whoever had put. Can we have the stat, please? As to what it is.
Ronnie, what are you going?
I'm going 2-1 United. I think we win today.
They've conceded 88 goals in the Premier League, and that's just one behind Derby's.
So they concede one more.
More than 89 goals conceded, that's the record.
That's the record. Does they'll equal the record? All right, I'll go 2-2 because if we score 2 goals, all right, well I'll go 3-3. If we score 2 more goals, then they've conceded more goals than anyone in Premier League
And
history.
we can be proud of that.
I think that's the real quiz. That'll be up there with the treble winning season.
yeah.
Quite fitting on the 25th anniversary of the treble that we break another record.
We are basically playing another championship side today, innit?
Yeah. And we know how well we do against them. Young kid there who's captain in the side today. He's 20 years old.
Our blaster.
Yeah, man. Chris Wilder giving Sarag some advice there.
He said, let the least best man win.
Yeah. Are you a fan of this, Ronnie, the huddle?
I proper in my own head at this point.
Yeah.
I walk into. I don't even listen. I feel like I don't listen to what's being said. I'm in a proper weird little. The 30 seconds to a minute before a game, when the game's starting, my brain's not on anyone else speaking to me and stuff. I feel like when you go into huddles, everyone's into it, and I'm just kind of like
Focusing on
spaced out.
Are you relaxed?
I'm quite relaxed though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not really a nervy.
What about you?
I feel like I get more.
Football. Was you into huddles when you was playing? Is that something that happened?
I couldn't be arsed with it. It just felt like the managers I used to have, I'd never really believed them. It just felt a little bit too forced.
Come on. Yeah. I wouldn't really say anything. I think I'd be more nervous an hour and a half before the game, but like the moments, the 20 minutes before a game, I'm not. I'm more just kind of focused, to be honest.
And my sense of humour as well, I just laugh. When someone's motivational speech.
Go on.
This is good, this.
Good start.
Shots then? The low. Got it in the locker.
Ooh. He shifted onto his left foot. I thought, what's he doing? And then
he's got enough tech.
Yeah,
he's hit that enough.
Produced a good save there.
I would love. Would you not just love like a comfortable 5-0, just relax and chill today?
I'd love one, honestly.
I think if he had a bit more power than that, he's in trouble.
Yeah. It's quite good, that. Oh, you know what? Bruno's got that hand bandage thing on. Players always do one when they've got one of them on.
I don't know, that one looks a bit thick.
That corner was terrible.
Gets another attempt.
Ericsson there.
Did he back that?
Lovely header.
Oh,
He like
it
back
looked like
touch
it, didn't
that.
it?
But I was going to say literal back pass
But yeah,
from Ericsson there.
it's a good start from Manchester United so far.
Yeah, a little bit brilliant.
Hit that like button and get involved in the comments and the chat. And if you're not doing already, then make sure you are subscribing to the channel. I want to get to 750,000 subscribers. You can see there.
Yeah.
We're only 5,000 and something off it. I was going to do the maths then and I gave up. 6,000 and something off it. 6,540, 57 off it. Is that right?
I don't know.
Right, okay. I'll say, yeah, something like that.
Ericsson, see if they low block it a bit deep like this, you got someone like Ericsson, a little bit of added creativity.
Yeah.
And also obviously, not going to get much joy with that though.
No.
The big direct one.
T-Man4 says, shouldn't Joe be back by now? Very soon. Mr. Smith will be back very soon.
He was due back 3 weeks ago, but he saw a bad Man United were playing.
Yeah, he said,
extended holiday.
Yeah, he said. Just ripped up his return ticket.
I've lost my passport, Jay.
Chucked it into
He's like
the
a rather
river in
not.
Thailand.
Yeah.
He's like a rather not.
Oh
yeah, Archer's sharp.
It's how easy to get through like that.
That's the usual. That from any time that the opposition's anywhere around our box, Ethan does hoping for a goal, and he tries to deny it.
He's probably. Have you got the other game on there, Eve? Have you? Right. Listen, I'm not surprised. Just make sure you still,
I'm not
switched on.
Switched on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it live on air, but after the game, let me and Ronnie want to talk about Ethan on Sunday when he was sort of celebrating when Coventry scored. But we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, and he tried to deny it as well.
Laughing, he's chuckling his head off. He was as well. But don't
was
talk about it.
Do you know why? Because he knew that meant extra time, more content.
Why do you always see the good in people?
Yeah,
eh?
That is what he thought. Yeah, I get to stay a bit longer at a job I love. Thank you. That was all he was thinking.
He was proper on the edge of his seat.
He was.
And I'll thank him for that later in a one-to-one meeting when I have, as soon as this stream ends. I'm more nervous now. I've remembered me daughter's eyes. We're as fussed now. I'm thinking, God Almighty, that Bournemouth game was horrendous. And I took my lad to the Bayern Munich game not long after that as well.
You love your kids, you.
I know.
Yeah.
He was in tears after that Coventry goal that was disallowed.
Unbelievable. So was I.
Yeah. It's just like...
is the mic repaired, Ethan? I don't know. Yeah, cheers. When I did that.
Who do you think will go down? Obviously, Sheffield United are definitely going. Who do you think the other two will be? Burnley.
I think Burnley, Luton. I think Luton were kind of basically... Luton were basically made to go, like... The way they structured their team by signing basically the better Championship players was them kind of gearing up for when they
return.
Yeah. Stands have been stood good stead for when actually they go back down.
Ross Barkley's had some season for them though, all things considered.
He might find himself staying in the Premier League.
Do you reckon? Yeah, he's done well. He's 30 now, isn't he, Ross Barkley?
Yeah, some people are saying that United should sign him.
I know, I heard them.
On a free.
On a free though?
Nah, not for me.
No?
No.
Mason Mount's
actually, I'm not going to lie to you, I won't mind it.
Really?
On a free?
His wages would be so low as well.
Ericsson would be going.
I think he's alright. I don't think he's that good. I'll be honest.
I completely disagree. Bartley's a baller, man.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, he's a baller.
I just think
he's got goals in him as well.
He's always been a baller, but when he didn't work out for him at Chelsea, and I think that's tainted everyone's view of him. But he's always been one of the more talented.
30 now though, like, and what has he done? Like, actually done in his career? He's been like, he's a wonder kid, wasn't he? Everyone was raving about him.
It was the move to Chelsea though. That was it.
And then it's just like, if he was 24, you'd think, all right, but he's 30.
No, but we know he's not that. We're not buying him, Jay. He's coming on a free for like.
But you've got to play him. You're getting him to play.
You don't have to play him.
Well, what, you just never going to play him? What's
No,
the point in
play.
bringing him in?
No,
How
but
many
no, but
midfielders
you're
are we gonna
not-
lose
We're
in
not
the
bringing him
summer,
in
though?
to be like a starter in the starting 11.
I think he suits Luton because it's a small club where the pressure's off him. He had that big money move, it didn't work out. I think coming to United, and he'll probably end up playing games because we'll get injuries, and then he'll be like, why have we got him? Do you know what I mean?
But
We
in
should
a-
have gone and got a midfielder that could do a job for us.
We're going to lose a lot of midfielders in the summer, though, aren't we? If you
Who
look
do you
at
reckon's
well,
gonna go?
Casemiro's going to go.
Yeah.
Ericsson will go, I think. That's 2. You don't know what Mount injury record.
I mean, Ericsson's still got another year left on him. He might
Yeah,
not go.
but I mean, even the legs in him. Like Mount, you don't know what his injury record is going to be
I don't
like.
think
in the
Mount's
summer.
gonna go
No,
next
what I mean
season.
is his injury record isn't great. So there's positions there for him to fill in.
I mean, his injury, Mount's
free,
injury
for
record.
free, though.
But I don't think he's good enough. That's my point. It's not like I think, it's because he's free. Get him. If I thought he was good enough, yeah. But I just don't think he's good enough. So the fact he's free doesn't make me feel like go and get him.
Yeah.
Because for me, he's not up to the levels. And I think if we are going to get closer to the teams we need to get closer to, getting the best player from a relegated team who's 30 hasn't, for me, lived up to his expectations. I don't think it's a good move. And I always think there's a question mark about him as well, like fighting in nightclubs and whatever the hell else he's been up
Because
to.
United never had players like
Well, that's what I mean. Do you want to buy more of them?
for backup.
What do you mean?
That's the thing.
Buy. You're not buying. He's not being bought
He's
though.
free.
is he?
All right, do you want to sign more players that
That
aren't
what?
quite good enough and have questionable?
I think
whether they can
Ross
perform at
Barkley
the top
could
level.
be the one to sort of bridge the gap between Manchester United and Aston Villa.
So you get him.
I wouldn't be against it if the summer transfer window was looking kind of porous.
We ain't got a lot of money to spend, man.
Do you know
That's
what I
what I'm
mean?
thinking.
We might have some money though. You don't know who's going. Do you know what I mean? You don't know what's going to happen with some of these players that we've got who, like Mason Greenwood's probably going to go. That's profit, isn't it? There's talk of even Marcus going. If he went for money, that's all profit as well.
Yeah.
Also, if Scott McTominay said, you know what, I'm not sticking around just to be on the bench all the time, and he went, again, that's all profit, because it's potentially 3 academy players there that go. You could get for those 3 up with us 150.
I know it's mad that you're saying that when you say Bartley, he's not quite good enough and that. He's a better player than McTominay.
But I don't think McTominay's the answer.
But he starts games and that for United.
But I don't
Do you know
think
what I mean?
he should. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't start McTominay. I've said that for years.
Right, if we sold McTominay,
Yeah.
got money for McTominay,
Yes.
and could get a Barkley in for nothing, and still have
So
money
you're
to-
saying, like, would you swap McTominay for Barkley?
Yeah,
basically?
but we get money in the bank for that.
I would.
Maybe. I just think we should be aiming higher than a player that's made.
But we're not gonna be able to do that,
bit better
though.
than McTominay, possibly.
The links with De Jong as well are going around
Do you
again
know what
today,
I mean?
weren't
I rate De Jong.
I do.
Go on.
That felt like the wrong pass, that.
He looked a mile
Yeah,
offside.
is he onside here or what? Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
Is he not offside? Bruno
Yeah,
looked
I think
about
he is.
a yard or two
United
off.
breaking there, but we're offside.
It's annoying that because you know it's off.
Get involved in
and-
the chat. Let us know. Would you have Ross Barkley? Heaven Soul says De Jong injured his ankle again. He's going to be finished. Someone else saying offside
Probably that. That's just
was
that.
clear. Says Heaven Soul. Why play it?
That's just happened, isn't it? Yeah, he's skating upstairs again.
I know.
Roller skates.
Honestly, been a nightmare.
Damn. I don't think he very rarely
Ooh,
ever
great ball.
doesn't ever really
Wan-Bissaka here.
give the ball away, Manu, man. It's so dirty. Go on. Sat in there for it's a back 7 that from Sheffield United. See it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, back 6. Zingo, bit behind. I feel like this is.
Garnacho.
I feel like that's gonna. I think what's gonna happen a lot is United.
Wan-Bissaka.
What's gonna happen a lot is United having to do like a lot of thingy efforts where it's long range.
Has that been a swap then for this game from what we used to see with the low end?
Yeah, going left back. Yeah, they swapped
Because
it.
it was one at Wan-Bissaka.
Go on, go on, go on.
in here. Oh, I thought it was nearly an own goal,
Fucking
then,
hell.
but no, it's cut out by the skipper, our blaster, corner to Manchester United. Yeah, because Wan-Bissaka was playing left back, wasn't he?
Which was weird anyway, because technically the low's better than Wan-Bissaka, and you think he can use his left.
I always
a
think
lot
it
better.
depends on where he's playing Garnacho, because I think Delon and Garnacho seem to link up quite well.
That makes sense because
They linked up just then, innit?
Garnacho's on the left, didn't he?
Yeah.
Corner where a lot of the hugging's going on.
Go on, Maguire.
Get huggy. Go on. Good delivery. Was that Maguire?
Was that
Casemiro
Casemiro?
does get his head on thing.
Heading over.
Shows him off.
Oh, I should do
To be fair, I think he can do better there, you know.
David O'Connor says, was Anthony getting booed there? Don't know.
We can't hear.
Can't hear. If it was, it was probably by the Sheffield United fans. I don't think he was getting booed by his own fans.
Yeah.
Not now, anyway.
It's probably villain now, isn't it? Rival fans get onto him.
Yeah.
What did you make of this sort of uproar following?
You know when he did it? I weren't bothered when he did it.
I mean, the whole thing as a collective.
I just feel like it's people getting excited.
Because you had Keir Starmer whinging in Parliament, even though he's supposed to keep politics out of
He was a bit
football.
cringe. That was
Right.
it.
It went on too much,
He
didn't
can
it?
fuck off anyway for a multitude of reasons.
Wesley Sneijder saying he'd never do it, and we hope United get beat 5-1 in the final. Who asked Wes?
So he said,
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that he got involved in it.
said for us to get beat 5-1 in the final.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a little bit like, really, like when he did it, but I wasn't that bothered.
But it's
But the reaction has just been
It's a bit
the whole meltdown from that game.
That's
has
what I
just
meant.
been
Everything's
Like the
ridiculous.
whole toenail offside and all that stuff, and it's a conspiracy. You want United to sit in the final, then why give a penalty against us in the last minute? And it don't even make any fucking sense.
I'm surprised they didn't get one of them other. Remember the front pages when United came out of the FA Cup?
Where they had like Simon Weston
disgusting.
and who else is on there?
Oh, they basically
Nick
said
Hancock and the lottery winner.
Caprice,
he got
yeah,
involved. Yeah,
and,
Caprice.
they basically said the rules shouldn't apply because of it's Little Coventry. Oh shit.
Hey up, talking about little Sheffield United through here. Diaz? No, not really.
It feels
Was
like
it
it's gonna
Diaz?
be
Was
one
it
of them
Arsenal?
nights.
I know it's bad, but I never really looked that. It was like where he didn't look sure of himself. You know them. He was doing them little nervy shuffle steps when you're not sure about your shot. Look at him, little
Stuttered, didn't it?
twitchy.
It's the fact that they're getting
Can't
through
believe-
though.
I think it was a loose pass from Garnacho.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Jeez, what a pass!
That's a great ball. See what I
Hey
mean?
up, they're in here. They're in.
Fucking hell!
That's a
Here it
fucking
goes.
Back, that, from
Here we go.
Berry
Little
Diaz.
spell where the
This is
opposition
what's
gets
happening,
5
yeah.
shots in 5 minutes.
Well, we've still got another at least 24 shots to concede yet in this game.
Before the average.
Yeah. What is the average lately of like 20?
Because even Coventry had 1 shot in the first half, and then they ended the game with 18, I think. Obviously, you had the.
That was a team talk
Bit-
at half time.
but-
Tonight, like, they've not had enough shots.
What's going on? Hey?
Oi, you Maguire, cast.
I think they had. I think they had 1 in the first half, but they ended the 90 minutes with like 14. So I think they had 13 or something in the second half,
Yeah.
which was.
That makes
And then,
sense.
but then I think they had like 4 in extra time.
It was just. It felt to me. I know you said like when they scored, you thought, my bet's coming. Whenever where we were stood, everyone was chatting. When they scored, everyone thought they're back in it now. They're in this game.
We said that on the WatchAlong. I said, I
it's
know
'cause
there's only one.
Yeah.
The second
I'm
half
still
just seemed
feeling nervous.
Like, United just crumble, man. Is that a corner or a free kick?
Get up.
What hurt? I thought I hurt him then.
His
I don't know,
pride.
his stomach. He's going to decide in a minute.
That's the what?
Which one?
Which one? I see what happened there.
Did you watch?
He's
the
like,
Arsenal
he's
game
like,
last
he's
night,
landed,
by the way?
he's landed on his knee.
Right.
Like when his knee's been pointed up.
Hey, did you watch the
I
Arsenal?
watched the Arsenal game. Chelsea, but Arsenal, as much as I hate them, Arsenal are really good.
Yeah.
You know what's mad? Arsenal could finish the season being probably the best team in the
Yeah,
best
I saw your
team
tweet.
this season and not win it.
Come on.
Corner, but nothing. No, it's cleared. Look like we had a chance there as well.
Casemiro again.
Onana playing a sweet.
Would you agree with
keeper.
that?
What, that Arsenal have been the best team?
Probably performance-wise.
Performance-wise,
City haven't been great, have they? I don't think.
No, I feel like this was Arsenal's chance. You know, I know it's not done.
And the way
yet,
Arsenal,
but I think it was.
Nah, I don't know. I think because Arteta's still going to be here and like Pep and Klopp are going. But the thing is with Arsenal is that they've conceded the least goals and scored the most. Do you know what I mean? So it's like.
That makes it all the better because that's
Yeah,
the sort of thing
and then
their
they
fans
still
say. Their fans will come out
and then they'll still lose. They'll still
they'll
not win
moan
the
and
league.
say, actually, we should be champions, not because we've got the most points, but because we've scored the most goals. Do you remember when they were top for like 312 days or whatever?
Yeah.
And they were like, we should actually be the champions because we've been
Because
top
he was
the
up
most.
top the most.
Well, that's not how it works.
Or something about because Saliba was hurt. Was it that? Something like that. Not about the complete collapse in April where they didn't win. They won once, like 8
up
games.
at Anfield and threw it away because Zaka had a row with Trent Alexander-Arnold.
What do you make of the state? What do you make of the
Jesus
state of Chelsea? Do you see Poch's record? I think he's lost the same amount of games in 50 as
I watched
Tuchel did in 100.
I watched Rory Jennings after the game because I love Rory.
Yeah,
And no, Rory, like win, lose or draw, he's a poet, and he said he should be sat in the tunnel. He should be sat right now. He should not even be doing like post-match press conference.
Do you think it's on
There was
Poch,
one
though?
gaffer he wasn't like that with. Rory.
Who's
Lampard.
Oh yeah.
Lampard could do no wrong.
But he
given
kind of
his
admitted
eyes.
that, didn't he? He kind of admitted that he wasn't, he couldn't help himself with Lampard.
Chelsea.
Do I think it's on Poch?
Yeah, I mean that look. If we look at Manchester United and how bad we are at the moment, Chelsea's a complete shit show, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel
Players on massive contracts and wages.
I feel like it is a mess, and I don't think that's all on the manager. But I think you have to take some responsibility. I felt more sorry for Poch after the City game because I thought tactically he got it right.
They deserve to win that.
Yeah, like you can't legislate for your striker missing 3 sitters.
But against Arsenal, they were miles off it.
No, they were, and it's not just about Cole.
Look like they weren't even in the same league.
No.
Go on.
But if they carry on like that and you're Cole Palmer, you're looking for a taxi
I hope
to
he's
Old
got
Trafford.
a buyout clause
Yeah.
for about 70 mil.
Because that'd be a midfield, wouldn't it? Cole Palmer and Mainu in the middle.
You know.
I think after his performance, watching intently, Wilcox, isn't he?
Hey.
Yeah, I don't think his words have gone down pretty well.
He'll be down. He'll be getting off it outside. He's
Yeah,
going out
it's
dressing
gone
room.
out, yeah.
Maybe I'm taking this one.
He's got P45 to deliver.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Gus Poyet got sacked?
Was that on the telly?
On Match
Today.
He got sacked on Match Today.
We're getting some news for him.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Gus.
Imagine he was being
Can you imagine? Yeah. It's brilliant. If you haven't seen that, have a look at that on YouTube.
We're getting some news for you, but
Gus, you might well get your reaction to this. Yeah. You've been sacked, son.
This is the first.
yeah.
Yankers like that, yes.
If you need some shifts next year, give us a shout. 'Cause you got a bit of time on your hands. It's foul there.
P60.
How about that on Mainu?
Arbalasta.
Because didn't Ancelotti got sacked like almost in the tunnel at Goodison, didn't he?
What, at Everton? I thought he
No.
left.
At Chelsea,
right,
I think they lost at Goodison. I think it was at Goodison, and I felt sorry for him, man. Well, not that sorry at the time because United won the league, but he did a double in his first season. Second season, he finished second. He got sacked.
Great manager.
Yeah.
If not the best.
Go on.
Outside
Go on.
Ferguson.
Mainu. Touch was just a bit. Touch was just a bit heavy, innit? Thought he could have nestled that. It's gonna be a lot of this though. Are we gonna shoot for range?
We'll have to, won't we? Because they always struggling to break them down and get in the box.
Box present. Go on.
Oh.
Go on, Aaron. Said how big she.
Some of the shot
Yeah,
for edge of the box as
Yeah,
well.
for a team that's conceded 200 goals this season, they're defending pretty well.
So remember when we was in Vegas?
It's the back seven.
Yeah. So remember when we was chatting to, we was in the, watching the game in Vegas. That was a wild time, that wasn't
Oh, yeah. Gorgeous woman.
it? No, so like it was in like the sort of VIP section in Vegas, and it was like you were sat amongst a load of people that had something to tell you.
Yeah,
it was weird.
Or to tell you how great they are.
Yeah, showing you pictures of like the hotel they were staying at, and how much money they had. Yeah, honestly, it was
how
awful.
good life is for.
Yeah, wasn't it mad?
Yeah.
And there's me and him like sat there looking like this, like dressed
Sat in
like
the wrong
now.
seats initially.
Yeah, like sat in the wrong seats. Oh, that was so bad. We
Mexican family.
We got into the wrong seats, and someone sat there, but we thought they were our seats. So we was arguing with
What's
them.
to do with showing you their lifestyle?
Yeah, so we in
It's basically
Vegas.
Stack. I don't know if anyone knows basketball, you know Stack, which is Stanley. Not Stanley. It's Stack Johnson basically, who used to play for the Spurs, etc. And he has like a podcast called On Game Time or something with Matt Barnes. So he's basically a famous former basketballer, and that was his like baby mum basically.
Oh, yeah.
Go on!
Go on! Here, Garnacho!
Why
did he take so long to shoot?
He should have took that first time.
Come on, Garnacho!
Should have shot earlier.
Garnacho there, through on goal. I actually thought he was going to score. I thought, no dramas. He's usually alright when he's through on goal, but
Yeah, finishing wise, he's alright to be. He's
dilly-dallied there, the kid. Maguire here just taking it out of his own half. Come on, United. Like, we've had a bit of decent possession in the last 5 minutes. Let's try and make it count.
Yeah, we'll see there.
Fernandez here, about 30 yards out. Little ball out to Anthony.
Yes, we got that. Don't know. It's a
Why?
weird.
Look at Garnacho.
Yeah, out wide's where we've got in. These low block games, proper sat off, haven't they?
Yeah.
Any news on the
Frustrating.
Liverpool derby?
Let's have a look.
Nah, you would have heard or known something by Ollie.
There you go. Bournemouth are beating Wolves. That's the only goal in the Premier League so far. So it's been an array of mouth-watering ties.
Yeah, and this game's gone basically walking pace now.
Walking football.
Geriatric.
Hey. Anthony with the ball now.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Just need someone. I know keeping the ball or whatever. Sometimes you want control, but just need someone to take a bit of a risk. With the pass to take someone on.
Hoyland's dropped deep.
Wants to touch a bit. Must be jarring being a striker in this type of game. This type of game where it's just.
Alright, so with the ball into the box.
I thought I was going to spill then.
No, it's Anthony.
Go on.
Bruno Fernandes with a cross.
Pull back. Heavy touch again. I think goal's coming though.
Yeah, it's a
See a
corner
bit of
to United.
composure.
Anthony there, edge of the box. The cross from Fernandes. Just having a look here. Yeah, it's a heavy touch, wasn't it?
Yeah, just a bit. I thought, could he have hit it straight away? Hit it there.
Yeah.
Here before he tried to do the little shoulder.
But even at the end, there's still just a bit tame in it.
Yeah, he should have scored, really. Corner to United. Come on, Reds. Bloody hell.
It's a bit low. I know he wanted to rasp that, and even it spilled out to him. Good pass. Oof. Go on, Manu. It's not a foul.
Hoyland, edge of the box. Anthony. Wide, obviously.
Shock.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of these efforts.
Everton won 1-0 up against Liverpool.
Are we allowed to
That's why I
celebrate?
didn't hear any. That's why I didn't hear any celebrations from Dupont.
Right. Are we sure about that? It's not.
Is that the end of Klopp's quadruple run? Complete if they get beat tonight. They're out of it, aren't they? You'd say.
Yeah.
You think so? Is that? Well, my app's. Oh yeah, my app's a bit slow. There you go. Yeah.
Mainu's playing really well. Struggling to get near Mainu. I would love it if we just get one. It opens up then, because as we expected, they're not very good. Sheffield United.
No. But
Guess
neither
who
were
scored
Coventry.
for Everton as well?
I can see it there.
Well, no. Future Manchester United star Jared Branthwaite.
Set piece then, I'm guessing.
Aye. More when we get it. Get involved in the chat in the comments and hit that like button, please, people. Everton are winning. United aren't. It's still 0-0 here against the mighty Sheffield United. Had a couple of chances. Garnacho probably should have scored. Other than that, though, not been a lot happening. Casemiro
header, wasn't it?
Yeah, probably the other good chance we've had is Garnacho now on the ball.
Yep. Yeah. It's going to need a pass like that, though.
Yeah.
Open it up a bit.
Sheffield United trying to counter, but he's put too much on that. It's the right idea, though.
83% possession, United.
We've had 10 attempts in 27 minutes.
That's what counts.
Yeah, it's good though. But
Yeah,
obviously,
never mind the goals.
Sheffield United
I want
have basically been sat edge of the 6-yard box. It's kind of going us into doing those long range efforts.
That was the same at their place, though, wasn't it? When that was a bit of a screamer that he scored.
That was a chance for them, though, on the break then, but they were just a bit.
I can't cope watching United this season, man. It's just too negative all the time. It isn't. Everything annoys me and frustrates me. Chris Wilder giving some instructions there.
Are you asked if we're finishing the league? But I don't think we're getting Champions League position.
I wouldn't mind us getting Europa.
Would you want Europa?
I wouldn't mind that.
What about the conference one?
That's a step too far, that for
Yeah.
me. Do you know what I mean? Europa Conference, Europa League I can get behind. If you're in it, why not? You're still gonna get a I don't know, you might get a Milan or a
Yeah, I suppose.
we had a Barcelona, didn't we, in the Europa League last season? You get the odd little giant, you might get a Feyenoord, or someone like that. Do you know, Feyenoord or
who's in it now? Who's in the favourite?
AC Milan.
Roma in it.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Max Smart. When you get to the conference, though, it's
real power.
hearts, and and grasshoppers,
And like,
do you know what I mean?
some Cypriot.
Just like make-believe teams.
Teams you've never heard of.
Yeah.
Not even teams that
Unicorn
like,
FC.
Quarabag and that.
yeah, fucking Inner City Factory 11. And you're like, what? Who are these? Like, what's this? A club that was founded in 1997 is like,
Yeah.
they're your opponents. Oh, they're in. Oh, he couldn't.
Offside then, isn't it? Surely.
No, it's offside now. Sheffield United were in there, but they were offside anyway. The conference, and also if you're in it, is that you telling me to?
What's he saying?
He's a producer director.
He's well like I was went. Like Ross out of Friends.
What does he mean by that?
My head was out of focus. I went forward. When you get into the Europa Conference, it's one of those where if you win it, it's a bit. Okay.
Unless you're West Ham.
But I get.
All like the black taxes and bubbles.
I get that, and I think if you've not won a trophy in 40 years, then fair enough, and you've never won a European trophy of any description, that's all right. Even when Roma won it with Jose, it was like fair enough to them. But bloody hell, do you know what I mean? It's a bit. we're still one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yeah, we're in
Onside
here.
then, isn't it? Go on.
Ireland.
He's running a bit wide there, isn't it?
Yeah, he's gone wide. Is the flag going up?
No, I think he's onside.
Oh.
Should do better.
You know, that's annoying about them because you don't know whether to jump up or not because you don't know whether it's onside.
Let's have a
or
look here.
He's onside.
Yeah, he's onside. The angle wasn't great. He kind of went a
Yeah,
bit
just
wide.
touched a bit wide.
And then it was always against him. Produced a save. United having another opportunity though. I mean, as you'd expect, we've had far more of the ball. And we've had more chances. Sheffield United, like Ronnie was saying, it's been almost like a 10-man defensive unit at times.
Even that, they've been sat very deep, defending quite deep, but not like stopping us really getting shots on goal. So I don't know. It's an iffy one for them. It strikes me of what happened with Coventry in the first half now, where they had a 5 at the back and he sat deep and then we controlled it. But then as soon as they went for it,
As soon as they realised, actually,
This is only Man United.
yeah, these aren't all that, then that's when it becomes tricky.
I think if you Sheffield United and Chris Wilder though, they're just going to be too scared to do anything.
A point's a good result for them, really, though, isn't it?
I don't think they could. I don't
No,
think
yeah, I mean,
their
historically,
I'm obviously a win
Yeah.
would be
their
better.
record suggests that they don't have enough really to defend for a full 90 minutes. To be fair,
I mean,
you might as well come out of it and said if we lose 5-0, we lose 5-0.
let's have a look at some of their recent results. They lost 4-1 at home to Burnley. They lost 2-0 away at Brentford. They did draw 2-0 with Chelsea. I think that was a last-minute equaliser as well. Yeah, McBurney in the 93rd minute. So that was a positive result. Lost at 3-1 at Anfield. Are we in here? Oh, it's behind everyone. Mainu! Oh,
save.
Hoyland! Oh!
Save,
Was
that
he onside as well, Bruno?
That was a great save.
I hate this. You know the whole is he offside?
I know,
thing, so, like,
it's
they let
wrecking
go.
it, innit? Let's have a look.
Oh, he looked off.
Looked just about off, but
Good save.
no. Keeper's having a decent game.
He's going to make a name. Well, he's going to have one of them, innit? Foddering him.
Looks like it was given offside.
Yeah, Sheffield United haven't had a good result since February.
The
When they
Jew
beat
one, then.
Luton.
Oh, it's offside, yeah.
Yeah, they drew with Bournemouth.
And Chelsea.
They got battered by they drew with Fulham as well.
Are they scoring most games, though?
Yeah,
Getting a
they're getting like
Yeah, they can nick one.
yeah. They've had like you said, they've had a couple of hammerings. They got battered 5-0 off Brighton, 6-0 off Arsenal, 5-0 off Villa, 5-2 in the cup off Brighton, and obviously the Newcastle 8-0. I mean Burnley 5-0. Yeah, you can see why they're at the bottom. It's no surprise.
Ooh.
You just know that
Oh
they
my
are going
Oh my God, what's he doing there? Onana.
Literally just.
Oh my god.
Oh, Onana.
Literally just saying they're going to get a chance.
Sheffield United. Jesus Christ, what was going on there?
They're going to get a chance, and they took it when they did, because we are shit.
Fucking hell, man. Seriously.
His first touch was shit.
You said it after his first touch.
Do you know
I
what I
could see
mean?
you
He
going,
looked, yeah, do you know what I mean? And then
this.
the next bit, he's like he's not seen him.
Terrible. It's almost like he loses his footing or changes his mind halfway through.
That is, oh my days. Okay,
Bogle adds his name to the list of players we make look mint or give goals to.
because he's done all right against Garnacho as well. Now he's scored, but it's been one-way traffic most of the game. Really, he's been fairly comfortable, if I'm honest, and then sucker punch like that, which we're sat here and not even massively surprised.
No. Just United, isn't it? For fuck's sake, man.
That was so Sheffield United get joy the first time they were actually brave enough and bold enough to press high and be aggressive rather than just sit back, and then that's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh my days, this is hard. Well, here we go again.
Outside the box.
It's a free kick to United outside the box. Is it Mason Holgate? And Garnacho just got himself a yellow as well for his trouble. I mean, just fucking shit again, Manchester United. Really is. Even with injuries, even with everything else, you can't excuse that. Just giving the ball away like that. Bloody hell.
That's just an error though. That was a gift. Come on. Gift.
But it makes the misses beforehand even worse. Do you know what I mean? The Garnacho chance, Casemiro header should have been a bit more on target.
Fucking sick of it, man. I'm sick of this nonsense.
Weird cut, weird.
Free kick on the edge of the box from like the sort of almost like a corner but closer to the
You might
goal.
almost have to shoot it, man.
Yeah,
But
Bruno's standing over it.
Well,
Get
edge
it,
of the
get it
box.
to the Delo.
It's a good opportunity, this, I think. Yeah, so obvious.
That was.
I mean,
I
no,
thought the
yeah,
whole-
you
the
give it
whole-
Garnacho, and then Garnacho ran into trouble, and then it goes back to Bruno on the edge of the box who shoots over. None of that really works. Fucking shite. Sheffield United fans trolling us.
What, where?
It's just fucking giving us shit. I mean, like
on there.
Yeah. Let us know what you think of the game so far. Mike, who's been a member of the first team for 3 months, says player playing like that and not Erik ten Hag's fault. People looking for a simple fix and refuse to accept the players aren't good enough. Sacking Erik ten Hag isn't the fix. That's Mike, who's been a member of the
signed on now.
first team. Alex Play says, if I go to the doctor tomorrow and say I'm a United fan, do you reckon Bruno just had a shot that was easily saved? Do you reckon he'd give me a sick note for stress? I think he'd section you. The Zimbabwe says Tuchel in.
Got the country itself.
Yeah, Zimbabwe as a collective have said they want Tuchel.
Zimbabwe have spoke.
Zimbabwe, it's like the Eurovision.
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, Tuchel in. Murphy Mo says lovely Onana. Leo O'Brien says Onana is trash. Hube says what the fuck am I watching? Sean McGrinder says hell no to Tuchel. United We Stand says we have better players than Sheffield United. EUVT says they're singing sacked in the morning. Yeah, I thought as much. I thought I could hear that. Makes sense, doesn't it? Wesley Mank says 4-1, watch. Oliver Edwards says get Ahmad on. Floki says I don't want Tuchel. Jack Ford says players to blame yet again. Yomi Nelson says Kobe is good.
He's been the most impressive player for us today.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Well, he's pretty reliable, isn't he? He's like he always seems to turn up. Danny Wild says if Poch gets time, Erik ten Hag gets time. Peter Jones says is Camboala injured? Yes, he is.
It's mad how many times I've seen people ask that. He's been injured for 2 games in a row now, and people still ask whether Willie Camboala's injured.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. It's like
It's not just you, like even like on other
is
videos
that
I've been on.
is that a thing where people are like surprised or thinking this is tactical?
Is it a free
It's a
kick?
free
Yeah.
kick. Good
So
at
yeah,
Ericsson.
the screaming off a minute, but it looks
Looks
like
like-
we've got
Looks like a wide free kick.
a
though,
wide
just
free
by
kick, judging by.
guessing by them.
Yeah.
eyes. Oh yeah.
So it's Bruno on the edge of the box, not one where he can shoot because he's right-footed. And it's over on
Could do.
the right
But-
side.
I did Beckham score one like that against Spurs.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, but he's not Beckham. I'm just saying it's possible. Fuck off.
Roberto Carlos and Latournois scored from
I'd have
further
loved
away
if
than
it
that.
popped up and banged
I know,
it in
mate, I would have for both reasons, but unfortunately,
He
no.
didn't. Go on.
Oh yes, there it is. Harry
There
Maguire,
he is.
1-1. He's on fire, that lad.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that celebration.
Harry Maguire.
It looked like it was. It looked like
That was the right celebration.
it trickled in.
Perfect.
It trickled into the back post.
Let's have a look here.
Just whips it in early. Gets a flick on.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, is he offside?
Shut up.
Are they looking, aren't they?
He might be offside then. Shit. Why does it always happen to us? Am I tripping or did he look like he was offside then?
I don't know. I'll have to say it again because every angle they've shown since you said that
Hasn't that.
indicated whether he's offside or not.
Wait, it looks like they're not even checking it, but
It looks like they are.
Well, here we go.
Yeah, he's off.
No,
he's not. He's not offside.
I
He's
don't
not.
think he's
they always show an angle that you. How can we tell whether that's offside or not?
You can't see where Maguire's
It was.
leg is.
I don't. How?
Oh,
this
no,
is
no,
a bit-
no,
Right.
no. I think you're right.
He's off. I don't know.
He's on.
Toenail gate again, innit?
That's the angle I saw where it looked like he was off. Yeah, he's onside.
He's onside, yeah.
Because they should. It was the guy that crossed it in just about.
Can we just do you like it VAR?
I don't know. It's so.
Because you know what it is? It's not even the fucking this. It's halfway through the game and like when we're scoring and all this muted celebration and that sort of doesn't add in the most.
Suck the fun out of it.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't even mind as much the fact that the you know trying to get it more accurate. Whatever. It's the fact it just stops you going mad sometimes because you
like
think
them Coventry fans that how much that must have hurt afterwards. They've celebrated for 3 or 4 minutes. If that was us, I'd hate to be on that side.
well, you probably that goes in right. There's a good chance if it weren't at Wembley, that says on a neutral ground or at your ground, you're on the pitch.
Yeah.
Banning order.
Oh, right, yeah.
For what? For nothing.
Imagine that, yeah. Got banned for a fucking disallowed goal. Remember that disallowed goal?
You don't you remember when we were on the pitch at Villa?
Yeah.
Villa Park when Rude got them 2 goals and everyone was on the pitch. And it's like, imagine if that at the end of it went, actually, it's not a goal. Everyone get off the pitch. You all got nicked.
You
and
got like 2,000 people all walking off.
walking off like that.
Idiot.
No way. Oh, Nana. Well, out of his box says, ping him on over.
Great.
Good ball, that as well.
Oh,
Garnacho! Good save.
Again.
And the keeper's fucking on steroids today.
Allegedly.
I'm not saying alleged.
Oh, it's all got a bit scrappy on the edge of the box, but I think Sheffield United are going to get it away.
Did he just wait?
That's what I thought. Did
It
you
looked
look
like
like
he
he just
touched it
took it out?
Yeah.
Rolled his foot over it to take it out of off the pitch.
Offside? Not the low wasn't, but Garnacho.
To save that, you know. Get involved in the chat and the comments, and also hit that like button, please, people. Let's get to 1,000 likes, yeah? Over 3,000 people watching. Busher says Casemiro is dirt. Casemiro even is dirt. Andre Moore says, lads, you watching it 45 seconds later. Sorry. We're as, up to date as we can be. Ben Stott says, we should be out of sight. Just wasteful players.
Yeah, it's like these are bad, Sheffield.
Yeah, they are.
And it's weird. It's 1-1, but we have dominated the game. It's just like we've not had the quality really to kind of capitalise on it at the end.
Was that Ericsson?
Yeah.
Shot there
That
from it,
was a shot.
well over. Yeah, it's miles over that.
It's still 1-1 Liverpool. 1-0, I mean. It's right, man. You got the Carabao. The FA Cup final coming up. Because we knocked you out.
Famous last words, these, Ronnie. Don't jinx it.
No, you say it whilst you can. That's my motto.
Yeah, that's true. Actually. That's what I do on Twitter. I tweet while I can. I'll happily tweet nonsense and let it come back to haunt me. Oh, Sheffield United player's gone down, and all Sheffield United players are fuming.
They're saying that Maguire elbowed Archer, and obviously head injury, and it's not stopped the play.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this. It's a decent cross, this as well, by Bruno. He's just managed to get it away.
Is that gone out? Or?
Had 6 corners. That's it. Half time.
Was that headed 20 yards wide?
Yeah, it looks like it. Manchester United 1, Sheffield United 1. Sheffield taking the lead after a mistake by Andre Onana before a goal from Harry Maguire got us back in the game. Scotty, what do you make of that half?
Yeah, relief now,
Relief.
I think. Before Sheffield United scored, I was saying before that the chances that we'd missed up until that point, experience shows us that Sheffield United are going to get a clear-cut chance, and it's whether they're going to score it. And just as I was about to say that, they get the chance and they score it. Thank you, Onana, which, you know, I don't know how many cock-ups he's had this season, but that might be the biggest one that he's had. But good header by Harry Maguire for someone having such a sizable dome. It was quite a deft touch. VAR dragged it on a little bit, but yeah, it could have been worse going into half-time had we not equalised as quickly as possible. Usually it's the other way around where we let Leeds go.
Yeah, very true. Ronnie, your thoughts, my friend?
It's been a little bit mind-numbing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? To an extent. But I think we've completely dominated the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
We've completely dominated the game. We've created enough opportunities to be ahead. And Sheffield United obviously capitalised on a goal that we've basically gifted them.
Yeah.
But Sheffield United are really poor, really. We should sweep this aside. I know we've got players out, etc., but there's enough in this team to win this game. Even when we went 1-0 down, I kind of believed we'll at least get a goal back. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't ever feel like we were going to lose at the moment. I know that's famous last words, but I meant when they first went 1-0 up, I thought we could get one back. But I don't know. Other than that, it's been fairly uninspiring, but I think we've done enough and created enough to be ahead in the game.
Yeah, there's a few decent performances as well. I think Mainoo probably our best player in that half. Really industrious, isn't he? He's all over the sort
I
of
thought
park.
Mainoo's been quality, man.
Yeah, and in terms of best chances, I think 2 fell to Garnacho, which you do worry about sometimes, like how our lack of clinicalism. Is that a word? We'll go with it.
Yeah, why not?
You could throw ism on anything.
Yeah.
Isms.
Isms.
What about the isms?
Yeah. I agree with what you've both been saying.
I mentioned my spoonerism the other day. You know?
Yeah, spoonerism, yeah, good stuff. Jed's Dead Baby says, we've dominated this game. Garnacho's fluffed in front of goal, otherwise we'd be 2 or 3 up. Kian Coleman says, we've been good. Everyone's overreacting. Amaya Gakali says, we crumble like pie. Daniel Berry says, Garnacho should have 2 goals. Bikers 2 FA Dogma says, Ericsson and Bruno running the joint this game, making everything tick. Modern Samurai says, smash the likes. Robert Brown, is he relation to yours? Nope. Says, get Ahmad on. Daniel Fahy says, very negative tonight, lads. Abhinav Verma says, we controlled the hand. Also, Nate Jackson says, this team is diabolical. So he's Nate's not
I don't
happy.
think we've been that negative.
No, I don't think we have. I think...
I don't know, man.
I think this is negative. You ain't seen nothing yet, kid.
You wait till 90 minutes.
I know.
Bloody hell, yeah.
I think
Wait
it's
till that Sheffield United winner goes in.
I think it's a game for the hyper optimists to be like, I don't care, like Sheffield United are the worst team to ever grace the Premier League, but that if we put in a decent performance like we should do, I'm going to make it out that everything's great and rosy. Because we're not doing that, apparently we're being negative. But anyway, I thought we were basically at half time saying that I thought we've played decent. I thought we've created all the opportunities. They sat back with basically 10 at the back, and we still managed to find openings. And I think we should clearly be ahead. We just gifted them a goal.
Yeah.
That's basically my takeaway from the first half. And I think there's been a few good performances. I thought Mainu's been class, especially. And it's just about Garnacho kind of being clinical enough. But I think if the game goes the same way, I do see us winning the game fairly comfortably, probably like a 3-1-ish. But it's just about being wary about the break, because Sheffield United look really, really poor.
Joshua Bowater says, we need Joe back. Everything's gone to pot since he left. Starting to think it's a curse. Wan-Bissaka says, Zeb Mars has been really poor when we have this high possession. Too slow. Man123 says, this is a classic performance of a team with nothing to play for. If we needed to win, our finishing would be more clinical. Satish Sani says, perfectly summed up. DB Cooper says, does anyone know a curse to undo this Pogba hyena curse? There has to be one. Adam Gibson says, thoughts on the Merseyside derby? Poor end to Klopp reign. Yeah, Merseyside derby, if anyone cares, it's still 1-0 to Everton. And if it stays like that, you'd think that Liverpool's chances of winning the title are all but over.
Yeah. There's two trains of thought, though, isn't there? People are saying, and I was saying that the lack of, finishing, but their goalkeepers had a great first half. They put you were saying before that it may or may not be using extra substances.
I think it's Mainu or Fotheringham that's man of the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he has. He's produced some good saves. Was the one the really good save that he did from Garnacho, was that offside, or was that?
No, it was onside when he started, and he should have.
When he did the no, there was not that one, the other one. But he's either way, he's been very.
We
good.
just need our second half not to be the same as the weekend. But I think if the game continues the way we are, we continue to play the way we are, I think we'll win this game, because I think we've done enough already. It's just about capitalising the fact that this is a team that that we're playing against that is quite poor, has little to no confidence, and I think United, we should have been a little bit more ruthless, and I think you can see Sheffield United probably will collapse after that.
Yeah,
this is a team that literally just lost 4-1 to Burnley. We should be sweeping them aside, really. The annoying thing about playing the likes of Sheffield United and Burnley is it's almost like it's a lose-lose for United, in terms of if you lose, it's the worst situation ever, but if you win, it's almost like you're meant to.
Yeah, unless you annihilate that side.
Unless you annihilate them. That's the thing. So as United as a team can't really win today, really, because it's like you win, it's like Sheffield United, they're quite poor, but then if you lose, the world's ending, basically.
Yeah. John Gibarian says Onana always gets beat near the near post. Modern Samurai says Rashford has been crap on the bench. We need to sub him to the visitor stands. James Stewart says, why does our team look like a load of strangers? Surely they know each other's strengths and habits. Baffling to me. Someone else, Jack says, is Joe not working there anymore? No, he's been sacked. He's, for reasons we don't want to go into, but you won't be seeing him on here again. ADHD says our attack looks much more fluid without Rashford clogging it up. Miles says our shape without Rashford looks better to the eye, more fluid and cohesive without them two sat in the same room. Danny Keogh says Onana always gifts a goal, let alone gets beat. And Jim Borfield says, is Mainu the new Beckenbauer? No, he's better. Would you change anything, Ronaldo, or just keep going?
I'd bring Ahmad on for Anthony.
Anthony's done nothing, has he, really, that first half to warrant?
No, I couldn't agree more. I don't think he will do that, but I would.
I think
I'd
a game like this,
Amad Diallo on.
Ball retention, a little bit of creativity and technicality in the final third against a team that's sitting deep. I'm all for Ahmad.
Right, so that's three of us who were saying bring Ahmad on. So if Ten Hag doesn't,
then he's in the minority.
Yeah.
If we don't agree with us three, he must be thick.
But you know the reason will be.
Can't believe anyone won't agree with us.
His reason will be I can't play him because
he's not had any minutes. I can't bring him on because he had no minutes in that first half. What? Yeah, he was out of practice, so I couldn't bring him on. He wasn't as you know.
If he had more minutes in his legs,
yeah, he didn't. No, I think I keep saying this with Anthony. I want to get behind him. I want to see something in him, but I just don't. Every game where you think, okay, this is a great opportunity to do something, to show us something, he don't do it. And I think the Liverpool game was I suppose you could argue the Chelsea game as well, was those two games where you think that's it for the season, really. Newport is the only other one that springs to mind. Forest when they were down to 10 men. I thought he did all right at Old Trafford. That's it, though.
Over 2 years.
Yeah, well, this season, yeah, certainly. Sorry.
Yo, Dupont, you all right back there? Look quite somber, man.
Sorry. Yeah, so just Amad Diallo maybe for Anthony, but we don't think that's going to happen, do we, anytime soon?
Nah, I don't see it. I don't see him doing that. I think he's more likely to bring Forson on. I think the next change will probably be him bringing on Ericsson off for McTominay to probably
some legs and stuff that Ericsson.
Nah, not to let just to crash the box and
that's what,
nick a goal.
Someone was saying in the chat that they thought Ericsson and Bruno controlled the game. What have you made of Christian Eriksen, Scotty? This 45.
I think he's been tidy.
Yeah, he's been good, man. They've worked together. I think Eriksen's still got the ability that he's always had. It's just that I don't think he can do it over a long period of time, and especially in games where he's sort of chasing the ball a lot, which we haven't done so much today because we've dictated play, so it suits his style. But other games where we're chasing the ball, he just runs out of energy very, very fast.
Yeah, I think this game state's suited the midfield that we've had. I think midfield of Bruno, Mainu and Ericsson against a team that's better than Sheffield United with more ability to hurt you.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more legs and quality in the midfield area where you'll be on a back foot at certain points in the game. I think you would have seen more weaknesses, but because we were up against a team that barely have put their foot on the ball at all, haven't really shown that they can really hurt us, and we've basically been trying to break them down. When you've got a midfield three that has a Mainu and has an Ericsson in it, you are going to be. It's probably your two better players in the team at keeping hold of it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like. That's why you've seen them almost control it as well, because we've got ball players in there, but they've not had the defensive side of them really exposed.
No, they haven't, and I think we've had something like 80% of possession as well, which you'd expect Ericsson with the ball is going to do something, but not when he's sort of tracking back, which is going to be his sort of downside.
Yeah. Sorry, the Zimbabwe again. I'm just saying it again. Tuchel in. Philip Collier says Joe left Paddock to finally open up that dinosaur theme park he's been dreaming of. Someone said before, and I missed it, said hashtag butter me up. Sorry, Ethan, I missed that one. I can't remember whoever said it though. Well done. Nick Collins says, how's Casemiro been today at centre back? I mean, there was I can't think of anything really that makes me think he's done something wrong.
He's just been okay.
Yeah,
our defence hasn't been.
There's not been any incidents, has there?
No, I think the only highlight of Casemiro's first half was the header in the first.
Well, that's
should have scored.
Neither there really in the grand scheme of things. I don't think he's done much. It was Phobos Taco Man who said butter me up. Modern Samurai, Scotty at 83% possession apparently. Paddy Queeley says, is McCall on holiday with Joe? No. And tomorrow the Dream Team are going to be back for Off the Bar, so maybe you're not doing already, make sure you are hitting subscribe to the channel.
What's this?
Sorry, the reserves, the second team I meant to say.
What's the second team?
McCullough and Joe Smith and me and Steve.
Bobbins that.
I know. Do you know what I mean? That's like.
You think that's what they've subscribed for?
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's totally not what they've subscribed
That's
for.
like the Carabao Cup first round team. That, you know, when you're picking like the children.
That isn't the whole reason why people are here.
The players that you forgot existed when you're giving that keeper
the
keeper that you bought as third choice, he gets a run out. It's one of those sort of setups. Yeah, that's what you've got tomorrow. DB Cooper says, I think Jay has been beating Joe up and he's hiding the bruises with time. Have you seen the size of Joe Smith compared to me? I don't think so, son.
The size of the fight.
It's not about the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
It's the fight in the dog.
Yeah, exactly.
Not trying to call it a dog or not.
Can you not take Joe?
Joe?
Yeah.
He did
he's a big lad, isn't he?
He did a week of judo. The whole week.
Oh, wait, if he did 2 weeks,
the whole lesson.
He
did a whole 1 hour lesson. So, I don't know.
Nah, I think... I don't know about fighting Joe, to be honest.
I reckon Joe's tougher than he thinks.
But he's tougher than he looks.
Yeah.
I've played against him as well in talking about football, and like going to him, he's just as strong as
he looks. Yeah.
Because he's not
like
fat, Joe. He's quite strong.
Yeah.
Lad. So
when's the last time you had a fight?
He's probably never had one.
Him? Yeah, he has.
Who, me?
I'm talking
Joel Smith.
I don't think Joe's ever had a fight. Maybe he might have had one at school. But last time I had a fight, I was probably pissed and sniffed up. So that was.
and you thought you won until the ambulance turned
until I woke up in hospital missing 4 teeth. So,
blue light, we're still in the rain.
Yeah, that'll fucking teach him.
I remember a fight in primary school where the vice principal liked me, Miss Kirkbride.
Yeah.
And when we got into office, she was like basically telling me like how well I did on like basically praising me for my fighting performance.
She critiqued the fight
because the person that I won against, though I hit,
yeah,
she didn't really like the kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair play.
So she said, "Well done," and that.
Basically.
You know, keep your jab up. And,
Basically,
you know,
but I told her I won't tell anyone that. So you keep your job. But I didn't get in trouble either.
What do you mean you didn't get in trouble for fighting? So you battered someone in school and the head teacher because she liked you?
I think because he started,
Which is a bit weird. So
Started.
said, it's all right, don't worry about it, well done.
started what he couldn't finish.
Is that how
He
it
was a very problematic kid. I think that. So it was one of them where like the
okay,
teachers were a bit
So he's
like
like,
the
come on.
teachers are a bit like.
Yeah.
You know what
The
they're like
teachers
at
would
dinner time.
the
like that,
teachers
and
would
the staff
enforce
room.
would enforce the rules, but they're secretly in the back of their minds like, yeah, I'm glad he
You know
got,
what?
I'm glad he got, I'm
I'm
glad
like,
that
in the
kid
air
got
like Ronaldo, give him
Funny
a
that, I was
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
producer Ollie about this. I had a phone call with one of my
Yeah.
children's head teachers. I won't name which one it was because I'll give it away which school. And I was telling her, because there's a video circulating, this girl beating up this other girl. And my daughter's had a bit of trouble, and I was like saying, look, if I see anything like that happens to my daughter, I'm going to come down to that school and I'm not responsible for my actions, sort of thing. And the teacher more or less called this girl on the video a dickhead. And I was like, right, okay, yeah. I mean, I agree, but
Yeah.
should the headmaster be
And
saying
what-
that to her?
Yeah.
Anyway, the second half is underway of the mouth-watering clash between Sheffield United and Manchester United. Anthony's just won a throw-in. Has he, actually? Or has he
he's run it
he's
out.
give away a throw-in? Well, you know, it's just almost as good.
Have they made? I think they've made a sub.
Brooks
Sheffield
has
United.
come on, I think.
Nah, Vinny Souza. I saw.
Oh.
I'm just basically trying to see whether Sheffield United have done that thing of going like what Coventry did, where they go in, yeah, where they've gone back to they've gone to a back four. Yeah, they have.
This is what
It's
worries
carbon
you.
copy.
You think they're going to call
Mainu! Yes, Samba Soccer. Oh,
Come on, let's see how long this lasts.
hey, edge of the box now, Garnacho. Oh dear. Oh, Alejandro. That was great, that by Mainu though.
Yeah.
Jeez, some game he's having.
Fotheringham. Yeah, he's put himself right in that shot window.
You know, man. There's always one player that United raises their market value. Yeah, they have basically Sheffield United have gone from the back five to a back four. The same thing that Coventry did. And I'm just trying to see whether that makes a difference to the game like it did for Coventry.
Can you turn that volume down a bit, please, mate? I don't know what it is. It's not really doing out for us. Bloody
Jesus
hell.
Christ. Can I Bogle? Some game he's having.
Hey, he's another one.
The space.
Bogle and
This is why
Fotheringham
this is why
are
they're
going to be
becoming more adventurous.
getting
this
those
now.
big money moves. Sheffield United, the cross, dealt with.
Yeah. It's happened again where all of a sudden the team just goes back from being sitting back. It's actually like playing a bit of more
So
aggressive
actually,
formation.
let's go for this.
And then automatically straight away they look more threatening. But still, man.
It's almost like with doing the rope-a-dope, innit? You know, they
Yeah.
brought us into a false sense of security in the first
And
half.
then, bang,
Yeah.
the old
I'm still expecting a 4-1.
1-2. You still expect what?
Like a 3-1 victory.
Oh, you're right, bro. Just a nice little win would be
I
wonderful.
would have loved like a little 5-0.
What would it be nice this week if we just beat Sheffield United and Burnley without any dramas? Hey,
You've seen our football club.
I know, that's what I mean. That's why it'd be nice. But also surprising. That cross from Bruno's going straight to the goalkeeper, no one there.
If not, though, you've always got McTominay coming on to not touch the ball in 15 minutes, but get his head on something.
You're going to time your tweet, so just after
Score
before he gets his goal.
Yeah, to score a
you
goal.
say, I don't care how many goals he
and
scores.
then-
I don't want to
then
see him in this
McTominay
team. And then he'll
defenders
score.
come out in force.
Do you not like Scottish people?
I like him.
Is that
Got good memories. Scottish women.
Really?
Mm.
What about people from Lancaster? Do you like them?
Don't think I've
That's
got.
where he's from,
Don't
innit?
think I've
Who?
ticked.
Scott McTominay.
I thought it was Scottish.
I heard his accent.
I thought he put that on. So people could understand him.
I didn't even know Lancaster had an accent.
Well, no, it's not Scottish, but now he's obviously Scottish, but he's. I think he grew up in Lancaster.
Fucking hell.
Hey, up, they're in here.
Oh, my days.
Oh, they've got
See
another. Oh my God. Sheffield United. Just pathetic.
That's right. We're not going to be negative.
No, be positive.
2-1 down at Old Trafford to the worst team ever in the
Brereton
Premier League.
Diaz.
We're not going to be negative.
got
With
lucky Joel
a
Smith.
second goal for Sheffield United. I'm not being funny, but that is ridiculous. Delogue seems to get himself in a bit of a pickle. I don't know what he's doing clearing it. And then he's just on his own in the box. Just on his own completely.
Casemiro shot on it, I think. Casemiro stood there. Yep.
They're all just looking at each other. Fucking shite, that. Absolutely pathetic.
And yet not surprised. Rope-a-dope.
Vermin Supreme says bring back De Gea. Low Hiding A says good night, peeps. GS, do you know what the Zimbabwe says?
Tuchel.
Got it in one. Tuchel in.
Would you?
You know what's mad? I'm a fan of Tuchel, but I don't know. I think it's mad because the whole manager won't change things kind of thing. I'm not hearing it in terms of feel like if Ten Hag's not going to, if he isn't. But at the same time, I think the next appointment, as always, is just going to be so important about who you choose. Do you know what I mean? It's just I can't go through the. Well, Ten Hag's come a bit too early in my thread because. I think if the next manager comes in and he plays bad, I'll be like, I can't be asked to sack another manager.
Do you think?
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
Do you think if Tuchel wins the Champions League, you'd want him? Would that alter your
Is
thinking?
Tuchel's CV better than Ten Hag?
Oh, of course it is.
Right, there you go.
It's weird because Tuchel shouldn't have got sacked at Chelsea anyway.
No.
It was a weird sacking that. It was a bit weird.
And then if he signs...
It's not like he played bad and got sacked.
I just feel that if he, let's say they go out in the semi-finals, I just feel like he's another manager he'd be getting in when he's had. I'm not saying he's in decline, but he's not exactly doing well to lose the league title at Bayern Munich. Having won it on the last day last season, then to lose it and then to win nothing else wouldn't be a good season.
I mean, but to get knocked out in the semi-final by that Real Madrid team is no...
No, but that's not just that though, is it? It's
No,
also
no, the
losing
league.
the 14 points behind in the league with 4 games to go.
Yeah, but
which is
it's not like they've got like a good.
But you can't. I know my point is getting these managers in who are in decline or not having a good spell. We keep doing that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like Jose was a good manager in my opinion, but probably got him too late.
But then the up and coming hipster managers that are about.
There's a bigger
It's
risk
about
with them.
there's also a different risk with them of are they capable of rising?
What
to
would
the
you
pressure
rather?
of
Would you
something?
rather have Tuchel or one of the flavours of the month?
Honestly, I'd probably go either a Tuchel or I think Nagelsmann's looking like he might go and buy
I'm the opposite.
Nagelsmann's staying at Germany
Yeah.
till 2026.
I'd go Tuchel.
I'm the opposite. I'm the pro hipster type.
Yeah.
Only because then I could get my Bobby Brown chant off the ground a bit.
What's your Bobby Brown chant? Go on.
Tuchel play that game.
Tuchel play that game. I'm with you now. You've sold me. I wasn't 14 seconds ago. I wasn't feeling it, but now.
If anything, we'll have a great chant.
Does Tommy Tuchel your fancy?
Get out. In fact, you can join in, both of you. Sam said.
Team's back tomorrow.
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah. I don't need you
Come
two
on, then.
losers.
Scotty and Ronnie on Mondays.
Oh wow. Yeah, where you filming that? Coming straight from the bedroom. I'm sorry.
With
That
It's all right.
that was uncalled for.
With our poetry,
Vicasa Sukasa.
with our poetry special. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there's no need for that.
me and Scotty are poet. Well, he's a poet. I'm a.
Well, between the pair of you, you've written a load of good poems. Sam Z says.
That means one, by the way, Scott. I've written one.
Oh, you have? Oh, right. Sorry, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I've already told you this story.
Remind me, because
Well,
my memory.
that-
You sound like my son when he's done something well and I've forgotten.
When I came second in the country. And
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah.
Why did you send? Oh, I'll talk to you afterwards. You send it in.
I don't know where it is. I don't remember.
Do you not know?
You've lost
it.
Nah.
What was it an ode to? What was it about?
This is gonna annoy me because I actually.
If anyone wonders what's going on in the game, nothing.
That's why we're talking about Ronaldo's poetry.
Yeah.
From,
Jesus Christ.
What?
Amad Diallo's coming on. Either that or Steve McLaren's giving him the order for the takeaway after the game. I don't know what they're doing there.
It's usually just a
That's what he's saying, running against the miles on you.
Like, they all look very confused with that. I don't know what's going on there. Go on, what was your poem about? I can't believe I forgot this. You told me this on like 3 days ago and I've already forgotten.
I don't remember what the theme was.
All right. Did it say what happened to the...
And
Go on.
and obviously with poems, the theme is important.
Yeah.
Like it can't be just random. Sometimes that's what's easier about it. Easier, not easy, but it's easier when you know exactly what you're writing about rather than it just being general. I think I'd be pretty good at like a bit of a romanticizer. I reckon I could do a good love poem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't do that, do you?
Not in public.
Sam Z says players have a big part for this mess of a season, but people completely absolving Eric Ten Hag, putting it all on the players are out of their minds. Anthony's coming off, did nothing for 54 minutes. Seriously, I can't think of one positive he did.
Why wait 10 minutes into the second half to make that sub?
The issue about this as well, like we wanted him to play and stuff like that, but what's annoying about this type of situation for like Ahmad is it's just there's pressure on you to like.
Yeah.
Ooh.
In other news, Palace are beating Newcastle.
Got a couple of jeez, we're all losers in here today.
Yeah.
Every single one of us.
But we're not losing the league title. We
I
already
mean,
lost that ages ago.
There's a way of putting a positive spin on a complete negative. Hey, at least us being shit isn't costing us too much. Because we're not in. Yeah, it's not like we can't be sat on a title you're never in.
We're not losing Champions League football.
Exactly. We're just losing Europa Conference. So,
So we're doing it on.
Hey, we're in!
What?
What did the whistle blow for?
Offside.
I hate that.
He's got to do better. He's got to do better.
It's the offside thing again. But look, no, he's not offside. Can't. No way.
No, he's not offside at all.
Oh, he's just fucking.
He's got to do so much better there. No.
It was nothing. He just gets it took off him.
Yeah, he looked like a fish out of water there, innit?
Yeah,
going on goal.
Oh, completely spooned it, didn't it?
You know what it is? I told you earlier. It's
good defending.
So it's good defending, but someone who's played it's all in shuffle steps. You know, like when they start.
Yeah. That was very, very poor. I'm sorry. I like Diogo Dalot, Dave, but that was.
Yeah, you're not one of his haters, are you?
No. I mean,
is there any scenario?
No.
Right. Where we sack Ten Hag before the FA Cup final, depending on how bad it gets.
No,
Wilcox until the end of the season.
You think?
Hey.
He's
McLaren till end of the season.
No, God, no. I like Steve McLaren as a Dutch fourth coach on the bench. Yeah. But giving him that job, Ethan will tell you about that.
No, but what I mean is morale. If performances like this carry on, morale in the club's just going to.
I understand your point, and I do think had we lost Ian's commentary, he would have gone before the end of the season.
Yeah.
But I think for the cup final, they'll keep him to take us into that final.
He's here till the end of the season.
I do.
Regardless,
I believe that.
Yeah.
I think even if we lost this and the Burnley game, I still believe that.
The decision.
I was just asking.
The decision comes at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I think the decision's been made.
The announcement then.
Yeah.
The announcement.
Get involved in the comments. A1 says it's not Ten Hag's fault. Dan C says they're all walking about. Jason Wilcox, he's having a word with Dave Brailsford and he's saying that contract is signed. It's not, I've got a cooling off period, haven't I?
Southampton are coming back up.
Yeah, like I don't think a lot live in Manchester.
Nah, he doesn't care about that. I don't think Southampton aren't filling his pockets as much probably.
No. Southampton have probably done well out of him coming to United, haven't they?
Yeah.
Severance.
The Mr. Ben Dewey says, I hate the whole lot. Daniel Leaper says, we can't get lower. Oh, Daniel, trust me. There's always a new rock bottom of this team. Luke says, Sir Jim will be looking for the receipts. Yeah, he's probably thinking, what the fuck have I bought here? Hey.
Good touch. Go on, Ahmad.
Losing at home to Sheffield United, man. I can't cope with this.
Just see the ability.
There's no excuses, man. Seriously, there is no excuses. We have to turn this around.
Is that not a pen?
Is that a penalty? It's a foul.
Yeah, it's a pen.
No.
It's a pen?
Oh, he's saying it's gone in.
Is he not giving a pen?
What's going on here, right? I think that is Delo saying the ball went in.
Delo saying he scored.
I think the ball went wide, didn't it?
Oh, did it?
It's a goal, that, isn't it? No, I think it's a penalty. Wrong game.
Soft, that.
And then Delo scored.
Delo scored, but...
Delo's saying I scored, and you've said it's a penalty.
Oh, so what?
And the penalty might not be a
So
penalty.
wait, I think he's given a pen, so the goal after it's won't get given.
Well, it'll go
But then
to
VAR is
VAR
going to
and say
go and
it's not
see
a
that and
penalty.
see it's not a penalty. Unless VAR bottle it. Unless VAR bottle it and say, oh, because that goals went in,
Yeah,
I'm going to
should've-
give this.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
But they can't do that, though. By the rules, could they?
Let's have a look here. He's give the penalty straight away, to be fair. It's not his fault that the ball's gone in because he's already given the penalty.
Right, so
And then, but everyone's still playing on. And then my man's appealed, I think, after the ball's gone in.
It's because we can't hear anything. So
Yeah, so
No,
anyway, it's a penalty.
yeah, he was never going to rule out the pen after the goals went in. Do you know what I mean? Because he was going to be like, yeah. Very confident.
Bruno.
Very confident with Bruno. Yeah. 2-all.
so I said 2-all.
Comfortable.
Hey, there you go. Damien
Dispatched.
Ahipini says, I'm sick to death of this team. I'm officially 10 Hag out. Majority of our players can F off to... They don't deserve to wear this shirt. Worst United team in history.
Has he put just F off?
He has put F
Brilliant.
off, which made it even better.
F off.
I love that as well. Majority of our players can F off too.
Did you see like how subdued the celebration was for that
You
goal?
two made me nervous.
No, but look at the fans behind the ground. Like there's barely that.
Yeah, we equalised against Sheffield United at home. That's what it's like.
That is crazy. The whole like Stretford end there didn't like celebrate at all. Basically, McAtee.
I mean, oh god, this fucking blue whopper better not score.
Good player though.
I know.
Different to Archer though. He's more like techie.
Hang on a minute.
Should win it from here now. Innit?
What's
Surely.
this? News coming from Goodison. Everton are 2-0 up. Hey. No downing tools on the job, please, Ollie.
I don't. It wasn't the title race. They were out of the title race anyway. It was City
Yeah,
Arsenal.
but salt in the wounds.
Hey. And like you said, Scotty, you're out of the title race. We didn't even get near it. So the joke's on you. Hey, we can't beat Sheffield United. Oh, we don't matter because we're all in the Europa Conference. You're missing out on a title.
That's it.
Hey, so he's worse off. Exactly. This is what United does to you. It has you fucking celebrating that you're so much shitter than your rivals.
Creating imaginary straws to
To grass.
It's a clutch.
Fucking hell. Do you know what? I give up. Oh. It does feel like another one of them where even if we get a result tonight, it's still just going to be more fucking angst and anger and Ten Hag out.
Go on.
Yeah, we're in. Oh, God, no. Take that wheel. Club is dead, says 420 every day. The Mr. Bendowi says F off. Dan C says have to go and win now. Loads of people saying 2-0 Everton. Diaz looks like Joe Smith, says Aki. He's got a beard and long hair, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think that was the starter pack, innit?
Do you know what I mean?
The Joe Smith starter pack.
Cameron Ketch says this is so hard to watch. Any hopeful words? I mean, it's just, you know,
There's only 30
another
minutes.
50 years
There's
it'll all
there's
be
only 30
over.
minutes of it left.
Yeah, that's it. At least Amad Diallo's on the pitch. Yeah, he's got a goal in him, Diallo. Right? Trust me.
Here he is.
Scott McTominay's coming
There
on to
he is,
save the
Ronnie.
day.
Yeah, we know where the most obvious.
Ericsson off, McTominay on.
We know where the most obvious winners coming from, innit?
Yeah. Henry Locke says Manchester is blue. What are you doing watching this then? Aye. least we didn't get knocked out of the Champions League on penalties. Hey, we went out in the first round, didn't
Yeah,
we?
exactly.
Hey,
Probably most.
finished bottom of our group.
Yeah. Imagine being in the quarterfinals getting knocked out by Real Madrid. Idiots.
Pathetic, eh?
Mugs.
Come back when you've been beaten at home off Galatasaray.
Embarrassing Manchester, innit?
Had to beat Coventry on penalties.
Look at him, embarrassing Manchester like that.
I know, yeah. And you say Manchester is blue, get a grip. See what I mean? Here's Garnacho.
Ooh.
Not a great ball, to be fair there. I feel like Sheffield United still think like we can win this. And they're every right to.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was going to end in disaster. I'm not
Fucking
going to lie to you.
I was so scared
I
then.
had
like-
visions of them just clattering into each other and the ball just spilling to Diaz.
Yeah. I was proper nervous then.
Yeah, McTominay here in the middle of the park, pinging it about. There you go, little nudge on there from
The only
below.
issue is he meant-
Garnacho.
I'm not gonna lie, he meant that for Garnacho. That
Of course
pass.
he did. I know he did. Below, no.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to be on the back post there for my man Amad Diallo. Ryan Singh says, could VAR overturn that pen? If they did, we would lose the pen and the goal. So are VAR forced to give it if they forced to give it even if they think it's not a pen? I don't think they're forced to give it. I think they might be able to use some common sense.
Yeah, I think if the low didn't score, they might have actually disallowed that.
It was a bit of a soft one, I'm not going to
It
lie.
was like, yeah.
And also, it looked worse from the referee's perspective than it was.
I thought it looked like a blatant pen in real time.
But when
On the
you look
replay,
at the
it looked
replay,
like
it was
he
very
dove.
soft. Bloody hell. The corner came in there, and I think it's another corner. Sheffield United clearing it. Yeah. Is it Arbasta? What's his name?
Is it?
Blaster.
Blaster, sorry. Don't forget to hit subscribe, people, and let's hit the like button as well. Let's get to 1,000 likes. I think we were just waiting for another corner here. Oh, no, it's not. It's a goal kick. Forgive me.
Yeah.
Do you find the likes go when people are watching United win?
Yeah.
Does that have a play?
Yeah.
Well, don't take out on us.
It's not our fault United are rubbish.
It's not our fault. It's not.
Do you know what I mean? We're here. We're in it together. You know what I mean? We're all in this together. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Come on, Everton, says Luke. I don't mind Everton.
I've got a right soft spot for them.
Oh, no.
Oh! Diaz with a deflected shot there that almost trickled in at the far post.
Where was Onana going though?
Just looking at this now.
Deflection got him though, innit?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
it?
it is.
Yeah, well,
he's going the right way. And
Wicked
then
deflection, wasn't it?
it hit Maguire. Oh, mate. The way United have been this season as well,
You just
fully
I
expected that
to
to go in that bottom corner.
That'd have been just shit. Look, but the same way with the whole O'Hare, was it O'Hare one? The goal commentary.
at Wembley. Was it
Oh,
Wembley?
People are saying he should have saved it.
Nah, behave. Is that? Oh, hang on a minute. Matt Osas has gifted 20 Stretford Paddock memberships. Big thank you to you, Matt. Extra content on the members section. Take advantage of that if you want a Paddock membership. Thank you for supporting the channel. Without our members, we wouldn't exist, to be honest with you. And members help this channel be the channel it is. So big thank you to everyone, and a big thank you to Matt for gifting all those memberships. Samuel Thompson says, I can't watch this club anymore. They're an utter embarrassment. Yeah, loads of people getting in there saying nice one, thank you Matt, good stuff, amazing, says Maciel.
Oh, he's kicked it.
What's happened there? Is he alright? Ian O'Shea, welcome to the academy. I think he's done it again as well, Matt. I think he might have done it twice.
Oh, he's got him right in the balls there, hasn't he?
Matt's gifted another 20 Paddock memberships. Thank you, Matt. He's absolutely dishing out the memberships. Big thank you to you.
Nah, it's fair. McTominay got there first. That defender there.
Thanks, Matt.
Let it run.
Top man.
Sorry, that defender there let it run, but he forgot one of the actual main parts of that part of defending, which is he forgot to block McTominay off.
Yeah.
Kind of just let it go, but then let McTominay go as well. We almost got that.
Chris Olive says, can't defend Ten Bob anymore. He looks clueless. Nicholas Walker says, people don't realise this is the same Sheffield United that conceded only 9 goals against Burnley home and away. So, yeah. Loads of people thanking Matt. I think Matt is giving out more memberships as well, unless it's the same one.
Whose cards he got hold of?
Matt's had enough, hasn't he?
Matt's thought, do you know what? Sack it. I'm going to dish out a load of Paddock memberships for the last time I ever watched Manchester United.
How much is the membership?
What's the membership? Depends what. I mean, they vary the prices.
So when you gift, like, I'm trying to.
He's spending some dough, the kid, and we appreciate it. Yeah, he's supporting the channel massively, and it's appreciated. So
is that right that your co-hosts get commission on their memberships? That's what Ronnie was saying.
I
remember when
the co-hosts get charged.
I remember when I went on a review with on Adam McCullough's channel with him, like randomly upstairs one time, and then he got like given a super chat of I think it was like a tenner or a couple of tenners he got on the super chat. So then after the review was done, he gave me a tenner.
Yeah,
out of his pocket.
Nice, isn't it?
Give me a tenner note and said, because you was on with me and got a super chat, here's a tenner.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you don't do that, yeah.
That's very McCullough like.
Yeah, he probably took that out of Paddock account.
No, he put it out of his wallet.
The petty cash.
Tenner though.
He invoiced me for a tenner later, right?
Yeah.
No, he's good like that, Macca. He's a very generous guy, he is, and I like that.
Basically 10p for Macca, isn't it?
Wow. Hey, no comment. I don't comment on his financial situation, but he's a very generous guy, and he'll be back on the channel very soon because we love him. Dan says, "Is there a striker who gets fed less than Højlund?" I do feel for him though, because he is dealing off scraps. But then the sort of the flip side is also he's he's not exactly been in a rich vein of form. Matt Wicks says, who's been a member of the first team for 40 months, says this is why Mats are objectively the best. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Mats.
argue with that.
Mats are the best because he's Matt Wicks, and it's the Matt.
There's a lot of Mats though.
Matt Osas, who's been gifting all the memberships. Get involved in the chat and the comments and let us know what you think. Hit that like button as well. We're almost at 1,000 likes. Come on. Infamous 29 says, love this channel and especially Jay's bald head. If you could sign one player, which would it be? Or which position is most needed? It's a good question, that, because we need about 8 positions, don't we? To be brutally honest. I think we need another striker. It's probably my priority. Maybe a DM.
Nah, see, I think a defensive midfielder is the priority.
Do you reckon? DM.
And centre half, probably ahead of striker.
Really? DM and centre half.
I'd say centre forward, maybe.
You saying centre forward?
Definitely defensive midfielder.
I think a DM, yeah, but we have to buy a DM and a striker in the summer. We just have to. There's no way around that.
No.
Like, we can't. I mean, I say that this is Manchester United. I said this when
Do you still hurt him?
He's milking this, isn't he, now, old Fotheringham? You know, Joe Smith and mumbling shit to Chris Wilder. Get on with it.
He didn't even get...
Infernus 25 says Jay's blind. Read the name totally wrong. Sorry, Infernus 25. That's how it looks to me.
Dyslexia.
No, I'm not dyslexic. I must have misread it. Four minutes the keeper took there, according to Rafa D. Yeah, it felt like a long time, didn't it?
We should go on and win this now, surely.
I don't know, you never know.
The problem is, we shouldn't even be
got
in this
McTominay
position.
on. There's always a goal out of somewhere of him just being in the box.
But even that was like going to be a 3-2 relief against Sheffield United.
It's weird though.
It's just dog shit.
But it hasn't. It's weird. It hasn't felt like the usual games of late where we 2-2 and the other teams like caught us out quite a bit and we just looked shaky. Like Sheffield United have almost done nothing but score them 2 goals. It's weird. It's a weird game.
But still, this is the Sheffield United that we were talking before the game is conceded. We've done the record.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
That's all I was bothered about.
So we've
now helped be part of Premier League history. Yeah, we've scored the goal that means that Sheffield United have conceded more goals than anyone else in the history of the Premier League.
And this is the team that we're struggling to beat at home.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. Shit. They've been better second half though, Sheffield United, compared to the first, since they've gone to that back four.
Inferno says, even if we lose, Liverpool's quadruple is fully dead.
That's all I'm celebrating this season.
Oh, we've fully become everything I used to say to make out of, haven't we?
I don't care.
I know. Just embrace it. That's what I did after. When Real Madrid beats City, someone said that to me. Some City fans said, you've become everything You
used to take the piss
Yeah,
out.
and I'm like, I know, I'm just embracing it. I'm
That's
not
what I said.
apologising. I'm fully on board with it.
Suck it.
Life
Yeah,
full of
I mean-
surprises, and we are where we are.
Daniel Shepherd has been on the bit early. He says Scotty looks like Waku in Phoenix.
I had that at the weekend, you know.
Really?
Yeah, half another drunk person.
Joe C has been a member of the Academy for 40 months, says Sheffield United look better because they realise United are awful, don't have to park the bus. It feels a little bit like that. It feels like Coventry did that.
Is that a thing from
Like where you wake up and realise, hang on a minute.
Oh my
Bloody
god.
hell, they nearly scored again.
What? Jesus.
They almost scored there.
You just know they're going to get chances. That's the issue.
Yeah.
How many chances
Look,
did they get that
falling
today?
falling asleep here.
Oh, switching off again like you said.
Comes off Maguire.
Newcastle still getting beat.
Yeah, I think so.
Why is Ethan still laughing?
Ethan's
Look
fully
at him there.
accepted. He's
Chopping
not
away.
he's not bothered. They're having a whale of a time anyway up at St James's. They're just happy to be here.
Their fans are forcefully trying to be important and again in that as well. They've become just immediate. They come out of nowhere innit on Twitter.
The Newcastle fans.
The Newcastle fans.
They hate United, don't they, Newcastle?
Yeah.
I never realised that. Like the proper haters.
Yeah, I feel like it's been obvious. It's become obvious since they've become a little bit, had a bit of dosh and become slightly more relevant. That I feel like they've been able to force through their kind of United hate a little bit more. But it shows that they probably have always despised us, but they've just been so irrelevant that it's not. Do you know what I mean?
I never used to, even though when that time when Keegan was doing all the rants, I never really hated Newcastle. I actually admired the football they played when they had like a sprayer and stuff in Ginola. I admired
It was easy to admire them as well, wasn't it? Because we beat them to the title. Like,
yeah,
you
but I
can
mean, they
admire
had
them.
a few results against us.
Yeah, no, they beat us 5-0. Was it 5-0 you beat us at St James's?
Yeah, I thought they had an alright likeable team. You know, he used to
Yeah.
play like
Apart from
Papa
Shearer.
Cisse, then Mabada, and if you
Yeah.
go further back, like
The team you like
The
when you had
era of-
like Ginola and Les Ferdinand and all them lot.
Yeah, it
I was
great
more
team.
referring to the era of
Peter
like
Beardsley.
Shola Amiobi and
Mickey Quinn, is that the area you're on about?
Shola Amiobi,
Mark
and
McGee.
Charles Nzogby,
That golden period in the late 80s.
Charles Nzogby played
Zogby,
for.
yeah, he did, yeah.
And that
But I
time-
never hated them. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't really hate him now. It's just a bit annoying.
they're just funny.
Ethan's alright, but the rest of them I'm not really keen on.
The rest of the population of Newcastle.
Ethan, was Shola Amiobi's brother good, or did he just play because he was Shola Amiobi's brother?
He's a bit crap, says Ethan there. Surely you don't get picked just because you show them Amiobi's brother.
It can
Who
happen
was
in
that player
football.
that signed for Arsenal because he was supposedly George Ware's brother?
No, that was Ali Dia at Southampton.
That 100% does happen in
Yeah.
sport, by the way.
Yeah. But you just get picked because you're someone's brother.
It's the
because
same as
here
like
you
one of
go.
the best basketballers in the world, Giannis Antetokounmpo, for the Bucks. His
Yeah.
brother's on the team, never gets any minutes and that,
Right.
No.
but he's literally like, he's on the team though, and he's probably one of the worst basketballers you'll ever see.
Oh, ball over the top there. Bruno Fernandes couldn't quite get hold of it.
There's an
I remember
article
when Pogba was first at United, like before he went to Juve, and there was talk of him leaving and was he going to stay. And I remember like a lot of people are arguing like we should just sign his brother to make him stay. And his brother was like, I think his brother's at like Wrexham at the time or somewhere, like just nowhere near the levels you want for United. And it's like, yeah, we'll just sign him. That'll make Pogba stay at United.
Tell you, where's his brother was good.
Took Bogle off. He's
Clive.
played,
Clive
Bogle
was a great player.
took off their best player then.
Bogle.
Yeah, which means Norwood for. So they've put a centre midfielder on for a right back, which means they're definitely going to some sort of different formation. But I thought Bogle played well.
Loads of people joining the membership. I think they're taking advantage of Matt's generosity. So welcome to all of you. Welcome to Chronic Maths Debater.
You've been got.
You got me there.
Sorry.
That's the most animated I've seen you all night there. Sam Z says, Scotty, Motti and Ronaldo, my favourite combo. Sorry, he was at Crew. Thank you, Bob Bates. He was at Crew. Pogba's brother.
Is he the chronic? Or?
No.
Is
let's
he
not.
appealing that stuff now, Pogba, or has he just sort of sacked it off
I
and
don't
gone
know,
to
to be
Dubai?
honest.
You would, wouldn't you? Like,
It's just a
bothered.
fucking shambles, isn't it? To be honest with
The
you.
shambles of a career. I don't care if you got a World Cup medal.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well, please, people. Could we put a link in the chat for subscribe, please? We want to get to we want to get to 750,000 subscribers.
Good pass.
And we will do with your support. There should be a link in the chat shortly, so just click on it if you're not subscribing already to the channel. Almost 4,000 people watching. Not all going to be subscribers, so please give us a subscribe. Thank you. There is a link in the chat there.
Done well there.
It's a good cross. No.
Cherries.
Anthony Dunn says, can I request Scotty and Motti do like Ant and Deck and sit left to right on Agony Uncles? How bad do you think the trimming in the FA Cup will be? The FA Cup final, sorry.
I think we'll win that game.
You think we'll win the FA Cup final?
No.
Right, okay, I was about to say. I thought you were sober. Hey. What do you reckon, Ronnie? FA Cup final?
I don't think it'll be a demolition, but I don't see us winning. But I don't think it'll be a battering.
Judging by tonight's performance,
I think finals just usually aren't. They just equalise by the fact that it's adrenaline, the occasion,
Right, this person in the super chat is called 7-inch Destroyer. Yeah?
right? Okay,
Yeah, we get it.
because he's tall.
Yeah. Lads, after your last stream, I took my date on a romantic dinner. When we got home... I don't know if I should read this, but I will. When we got home, I put my hands down the pants and it felt like I was feeding a horse. What are your thoughts? Bruno Fernandes! Yes!
What a goal! I missed that.
I almost didn't see it. What a...
Hey, that is an absolute...
I'm not going to lie to you. For all the pixels, I didn't know whether it was in or not. But, fucking hell, what an effort.
What are you on about? You mean on our perfectly legal stream that we're watching?
I
saw it
in my
clearly.
head.
Oh, you were still thinking about 7
Yeah.
inches Destroyer feeding the horse? Let's have a look at this. Mainue gives it to Bruno on his left foot as well.
What an effort.
Great goal there, Bruno Fernandes.
That's got to be it now. 10 minutes United. No balls. This up.
We should win this now.
Oof.
I don't know. What was your thoughts on that?
On what? 7-inch Destroyer? Nothing.
So he's saying, I don't know. All right,
Live your
interesting.
life, man.
Yeah,
Enjoy yourself. Once he's gone that far,
So I don't look very happy.
Come on, United.
That
Keep
15
going.
goals.
Get involved in the comments in the chat. Let us know what you think about everything. In fairness, 25 has gifted 5 Stretford Paddock memberships. Sorry, 7-inch Destroyer. We haven't really got any thoughts for you on your situation. Just, you know.
we'll tackle it on Agony Uncles.
Congratulations. Juma Bantu says, back the manager. I'll name this podcast later. Has gifted a Paddock membership as well. Thank you in fairness. Thank you. I'll name this podcast later. Very generous. Thank you to Matt Osas as well. Aki says, goal of the season, surely. I think it's up there. I do.
Garnacho's winning that.
Garnacho has that sewn up.
Yeah, that's true. That over a kick at Goodison was unreal.
You reckon that might get Puskas?
Could do. And there's none that springs to mind. Is there anything you can think of that sort of stands out?
I think
It's better.
there's been a few like long range efforts.
Like, yeah, there has been.
Yeah.
Like Marcus at the Etihad was up there. It was fucking miles out, wasn't it? But it wasn't as good as Garnacho's. Garnacho's was...
There'll be a couple of goals that we can't think of.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a goal from the Inter Milan left wing back. I can't remember his name, DeMarco. That scored like a ridiculous like chip, but from near halfway, but like at an angle out wide.
Ah, right, okay.
But like deliberate. I think that goal might definitely get nominated. That was insane.
Sanchez and Darmian winning the skid out at the weekend.
Mate. Fair play. Sanchez, man, I had such high hopes, I'm not going to lie. I really did.
Why didn't it work?
He was done, wasn't
You think that's what it was?
I think so. I think, you know what, when he was like, he fell off a bit of a cliff at Arsenal towards the end, people thought it was just because he was sulking, because you remember like he'd fallen out with everyone, he was sort of that image of him sat on the ball on the sideline, and everyone was like, oh, he's just spat his dummy out, that's why he's been underperforming. And he came to Old Trafford, and I think he had that man of the match performance against Yeovil in the cup. And other than that,
not an easy place to go to.
No, that's fair. That's that's why we bought him, to be honest. And then he was just, just not the player. And I think as well, because he tore us apart at Emirates. Remember when, ironically, against Darmian, I think we all thought we were getting that Alexis Sanchez, and he just
with the Van Persie thing as well, and I think we've probably going to repeat history with that.
Oh, must be.
Yes! Hoyland gets a goal.
That's
what I'm celebrating now. What a pass by Bruno, though.
That was a great ball.
Come on.
Bruno's hit that disguised. And then Hoyland showed the desire to get there on the end of it.
Fernandes there, wasn't it?
4-2. I'm not going to lie to you. 4-2, it feels like a more correct scoreline. Because it's not like we've been brilliant, but we've been... I don't know if Sheffield United have been good enough to be like level with us with the way they were. We had enough opportunities.
It was our mistakes that sort of let them in.
We kind of just give them goals. That's brilliant.
Oh, what a ball that is.
Yeah. And their keeper was having a game of his life in the first half as well.
Yeah, he was, wasn't
Take that.
he? He needed a goal, didn't he, Hoyland?
It's good
It's
for
been a little
Hoyland,
while
that,
for him
yeah.
still. I'm glad for him, man.
Yeah, Bruno's sewn up his man in a match performance.
Yeah. What's Zimbabwe saying?
Palace 2-0 up against Newcastle.
Oh, it's getting even better this evening.
Sorry, Ethan.
Apologise.
Doesn't matter anyway, does it?
What are we off them now? Champions League still on. Your last Stranger Things have happened. I don't know
what series that is.
I never really got into it, mate.
Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We're
above Newcastle now.
Yeah, we're 13 points behind Villa with a game in hand.
Right.
Stranger Things.
With a game in hand?
Yep.
And
as it stands.
Okay. Well, how about Spurs?
We're 7 points behind them, having played a game more.
Right, okay.
It's got to be top 4, right? Is top 5 not going to do it?
No, because them two got knocked out, didn't they?
So, I mean, I'm not optimistic, I'm not going to lie to you.
Plus, I think we play Arsenal second to last game. I think the way that they're looking, I don't see us getting a result against them.
It could be Arsenal needed to go to United.
Where it kind of feels like United need to be pretty much perfect. But we've got these 2 games of Sheffield United and Burnley where we should win those 2. I think we saw up Europa.
What's Villa's running looking like? Just on the
Villa and Spurs is running are both meant to be difficult, but just about because Spurs have Arsenal next.
Villa.
I think Spurs have Arsenal, City, and Liverpool in a row.
Villa have got Chelsea, then they've got the Europa Conference, then they've got Brighton away. They've got Chelsea at home, Brighton away, Liverpool at home.
It's Tottenham that have the difficult running.
And then they've got Palace away.
I'll tell you what, mate. There's a chance. United have to win all their games.
Tottenham have got Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool in a row.
So Spurs have got Arsenal at home, Chelsea away, but Liverpool away,
City as well,
and Burnley away, and City.
So it's
and Sheffield United and Newcastle. So Spurs have got a
Spurs are 7 points ahead, but they've got a game in hand.
Yeah. Spurs could lose a lot of them games.
Yeah. So could Villa. Villa played Chelsea on Saturday night.
And there's another element. There's another element.
Today.
Another element of that. So can we?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. Though.
We could quite easily lose against Burnley on weekend.
We could probably lose tonight.
Aye.
Not bad effort. That actually had me a bit concerned for a sec.
Is this the first or second time we scored 4 this season?
In a league game, I can't think.
What was
this is what you like to see.
What was the Forest game?
Young Ethan Wheatley getting a debut.
At the beginning of the season?
When we were losing.
Yeah, was it 3-2?
Was it 3-2?
Yeah, they went 2-0 up after 5 minutes, didn't they? And they got a man sent off, and then we were 3-2 up, and then we were hanging on.
25 goal contributions for Bruno this season.
Sorry, what was that on the screen?
25 goal contributions.
Oh, right, sorry. Scott read it, yeah.
26? You need to sort your font out,
Yeah, it's your font.
Jesus Christ.
Sheffield United making one last charge. 2 goals back. Corner.
Go on. I'm surprised that they just didn't cross the ball in then. Young Ethan Wheatley coming on.
Yes.
Big lad, isn't he? 6'3", I've heard. Ethan's definitely like, are we just miming now in silence?
Sorry.
I clocked that little awkward silence then for a sec when he was like flicking through the, basically saying, someone please speak.
Sorry, I was just sorting something out. Forgive me.
Just,
Who did
Amrabat and Ethan Wheatley.
Amrabat and Ethan Wheatley coming
Mainoo
on for
and Hoyland.
Is that 9 minutes added time?
Yeah, 9 minutes. So we're in the 92nd minute. And I think that's a free kick there.
That's when their goalie going down with heartburn earlier on.
Yeah, he went down for ages, didn't he?
Yeah, should have got some milk.
Some milk. These we can nick a goal though, innit?
If they score,
I know, yeah.
don't give him a corner, you dickhead.
I'm surprised he kept that in. No more
Sheffield
goals,
United
please.
here On the chat, just trying to work something. Let's get involved in some of the chats. Sorry, I was getting people messaging me left, right and centre. Eric Tenag says, second half of the season, we're doing a Europa League qualification charge. Love it. Cameron S., who's been a member of the Academy for 43 months, says that at least there's 3 ex-regs winning leagues. Shout out Timbo Fosu Mensah at Leverkusen. Didn't there? One of their keepers.
Yeah, Fosu Mensah was a ball boy.
And they got Thingy as well, he used to play for us. The goalkeeper.
Yeah, the keeper.
Did he ever play a game for us though?
I mean, he took part in the training and all that. That's what counts. Mike Davies, welcome to the Academy. I don't ever miss.
Go on, play.
Matt Osas has gifted 20 Paddock memberships. He's gifted a load of memberships today. I don't know if these are old ones, but he's gifted about 60 memberships, which is fantastic. Kovar, thank you. That was the name I was looking for. Yep.
Go on.
Hey up.
Come on now.
Play him
Do
through.
it weekly.
I'm just looking for them to play the kid through.
Yeah, Garnacho.
Garnacho is quite greedy when he gets into that situation. He actually is.
Garnacho's got no intention of. I think what's he
should have
blown
had a
for
goal
there?
today though. He had about 7 chances.
Yeah.
I'm at back post. Look.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like someone said in the first half. We look better with Garnacho on the left than we have with Rashford out there recently.
On the left, yeah. Axel Plays says, might not be relevant, but if Villa win the Europa Conference, don't they get an automatic Europa League spot? But if they finish 4th, does their Europa League spot get handed down? I don't know.
I just heard the way that all English teams basically got crashed out of the competition kind of hurt us, and also I think Italy, the Italians team doing well. Give them. I think Italy have have a top 5 into the Champions League because the Champions League is bigger next season.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
I'm actually not sure how. Can someone let us know in the comments what's the current likelihood of us of 5th being Champions League? Because I know that it looked like we were going to get it, then it didn't.
I think with both City and Arsenal going out, that really does.
Yeah, that done it, and also West Ham going out, and then Aston Villa were on the penalty short from going out as well.
Jay's Anti-Chaver says, Jason, what are we doing for my 60th next month? You still got the snowman's number. Sorry, I deleted all them numbers. Nick Collins says, do we install a buyback clause when we sold Kovar to Leverkusen? I don't know. Lollipop says, unfortunately, City will win the league. We all really know it.
They just need to drop a game. I think Arsenal could win all the rest of them, and then we're just going to throw our game, apparently.
Yeah, if it comes to it, rest them for the final.
Exactly, that's the right idea. Rest all of them.
That was a shit touch, that Fernandez. Go on, Ahmad.
He always looks up for it, Ahmad, no matter what. Dan C says, Bruno Tyler's tonight. Hit that like button as well, please, people. And don't forget as well, if you're not done already, you're subscribing to the channel.
Come on, Garnacho.
Oh, it's a bit over it there to Garnacho. Yeah, it's still going. Yeah, a bit. He's only running to the halfway line to get it.
Halfway line to receive it.
Kieran Grant says, Ahmad done more than Anthony. Lollipop says, I love Anthony. Ahmad, sorry. No, he says, I love Ahmad. Paul Smith says, we already have Europa League, gents, via the FA Cup final.
Because City get Champions League, is that right?
I don't know. Is that how it works?
Don't know, maybe because City are already in
It used to work like if you won the FA Cup, you
get Europa League, but if the win he's basic. But if the winner's obviously already in the Champions League, then
or is he saying we're going to win it?
I think it's the other one.
Anyway, it would have just been miles better for obvious reasons that we made Champions League football, budget-wise, FFP-wise, transfer-wise.
Oh, I thought it was in there. Ball come across there. The kid was waiting in the middle, but wasn't to be. Stick around, by the way, for the review. Me and Scotty for the review. This link will this stream will take you straight to the review. So join us for that. There's about 1 minute left, I think, of the game. In fact, it's probably already over. To be honest with you. But yeah, everyone in the chat is basically saying that. So we're going to be back shortly with the review. So do stick around. Ronnie, before you get off, what did you think? Final thoughts.
I thought this game was 4-2 is an accurate scoreline. I feel like we've largely dominated the game as we expected. I thought we had more than enough opportunities to score goals. I feel like it could have been 3 or 4 in the first half if we were clinical. And I think Sheffield United, I've got 2 goals from the very, very few moments that they have had. But even that is concerning to an extent, but I feel like it's been pretty comfortable.
Scotty?
Yeah, pretty similar to Ronaldo, really. I think they got their 2 goals through mistakes of Onana and some comical defending with the centre-backs. But aside from that, United have pretty much dominated throughout, and there's been some good performances. Fernandes in the second half in particular, I thought he probably ended up man of the match with his assists and the goals. Garnacho, great on the left, thought he was a bit wasteful at times, and Ahmad's just proven what we all knew, that nobody needs Anthony in that Man United side.
Fair enough. Do stick around. Scotty, always a pleasure. Ronnie, always a pleasure too. You know where to find these two. Make sure if you're not doing already, you are subscribing to the channel as well. We'll be back in 2 minutes' time with the review. Manchester United beating the mighty Sheffield United. We didn't make it easy, but we got over the line in the end. 4-2. We'll take that. Burnley coming up next. Thanks for watching.